I never do morning streams. Good morning. Hi, Bing Bing. Congrats on being actual first today. How are you? Good morning. Hi, Dizzy. Huzzah. Today we're going to be playing a new game called Vampire Therapist for Self-Care Sunday. And I think they actually implement like real therapy techniques. So excited to learn, right? I got the key from the devs and I'm like, ho ho, alright, I'm excited to play. Bing Bing, congrats on being first twice. Crazy. That might be a little broken. Nope. Be first for the third time. Oh, I don't need a death counter. Already? I'm liking the music. Hey, Ascar, congrats on being first. Oh my god, Dizzy, congrats on being first. Being first twice. No, in this stream, everyone can be first. Our first. Oh, the video game mental health charity. We love to see it. Let's go ahead and... Is the volume okay for the game? Do I need to turn it up? Thank you! It's like a cute little flower. I always play in my PJs, but today I look like a normal person. Okay, it's already up all the way. Cool. Thank you! Whoa! Okay. Disclaimer. Touch on sensitive topics such as war, abuse, addiction, sexual oppression, suicidal ideation, religion, and of course death. Okay, be forewarned. Vampire Therapist was developed in consultation with licensed therapists, but it should not be considered a substitute for therapy unless you're a vampire. Real. There will be blood and sexual themes.
My name is Sam Walls, and I'm a dead man.
Oh, we're a country?
Well,
We're a cowboy?
See, I'm a vampire.
I'm
Now,
already
if you
shocked.
think that means all that Dracula hooey, like hissing, wearing skin-tight leather, and hunting mortals for sport, I wouldn't blame you one bit. That's exactly the sort of thing I did in my younger years with my former gang. And let me tell you, a vampire who's good with a gun can be a real terror. I got lucky, though. I met some kind mortals who saw beyond my fangs. They taught me my letters and showed me how my thinking was keeping me from finding any kind of peace.
Don't kill people. It's not nice.
They passed on, I roamed America's majestic wilderness for nigh on 90 years, figuring out myself.
PJ's dressed you to question. Thank you, Bing Bing.
Revelation. What I realized was, it ain't fangs that make us monsters. It's the self-defeating ways we think.
For real.
Anywho, as the world started getting smaller, my old vampire gang tracked me down. Them being my kin, I wanted to help them see the world like I did.
Okay, so cowboy vampire is the therapist.
Good thing I'm a quick draw.
But he also go bang bang.
But I got hooked up with this newfangled internet thing and found a vampire who's helping my kin find their way. Fella named Andromachos, supposed to be 3,000 years old.
I'm here for it.
He invited me to come out to Europe to learn from him. I figure someone older than time has got to have the answers.
But how can he be
On a
seen?
trip, I guess. This feels like my opportunity to do some good in the world. I've been looking, and now it's time to give back.
How can he be photographed?
Vampires ain't monsters. Or at least, they don't have to be. And come hell or high water, I'm gonna prove it to them.
Alright, I like the intro. That was cool. It's cute.
Well, I think this is the address. Number 27, Clean Flitter Mouse Streeb?
Just like me. Okay, they got bumping music.
Sure is a hell of a lot of ruckus for this time of night. People stay up late here. Wait a minute. These folk are vampires. Better watch myself.
But we're also a vampire.
Guten Abend, folks. Sprechen Sie English?
Yeah,
Oh!
hello, Alta. Are you here to party with us at the hottest club?
Okay, slay! Look at them. They look cool. Where's this
I'm
man?
looking for Andromachos.
You mean the club owner? Ja, that is why we are here.
Okay, so I'm in the right place.
If you're lucky, he will invite us to the private party at the end of the night.
Is she chained to him?
Well, what happens there?
Kinky.
I think maybe it is too kinky for Americans
Oh.
to hear.
What's this club about?
Well, what's so special about this club?
Immernacht is the greatest club aller Zeiten. The owner makes sure everyone has a good time.
If anyone acts without respect, they are banned from the club forever.
Okay, respectable
You are
club.
free to do and be whatever you like, as long as you are harming no one.
And I
Slay.
hear that they are now attracting sexy old cowboys.
Damn.
Shh, Maxie, he is old enough to be your grandfather.
Oh, come on now. You're just flattering me. I'm only a couple 100 years old.
Hi Ness, good morning, how are you?
Oh mein Gott, he is so cute, Reinhard.
Oh
Can
mein
you
Gott.
keep him?
What's the dress code
I
like?
don't think what I'm wearing will fit the dress code.
The cowboy look is total sexy, but you
Total.
will get a bit sweaty.
I hope we will all get a bit sweaty.
Okay, slay.
Good thing we run a little on the cold side, huh?
Don't worry, my Liebling. We make each other warm.
What is a Liebling?
Reinhard, stop. Don't scare the American. I want to
Hi,
do
Ice, thank you for the
that.
lurk.
Maxi lieb schnurrt
Doing good. I am chillin'.
No, you are the naughty one.
Oh, I definitely ain't an American no more.
I feel like people would do that in America too.
I can cut loose. What kind of party is this?
The kind where we dance all night and get sexy.
So the best kind of party.
Oh, here are them kind of vampires.
What does that mean?
Ach so, there are better things to suck than blood, oder?
Although we have to get past the bouncer first. If we do not, I'm thinking our night
Okay,
is
who's
ruined.
the
Oh,
bouncer?
wait a sec. There's something about what she just said. I can feel it. It reminds me of one of my revelations about the funny patterns in the way we vampires think.
To get invited in?
Well, let's see. One type of thinking I noticed I called hot branding. That's when we brand ourselves with names we can't get rid of.
Okay. Is that like an actual thing?
There's high noon mind. That's when we treat a situation like it's a do or die showdown.
Okay.
And there's saloon thinking.
Okay,
That's
no.
when we act either helpless or invincible, like we've just drunk a pint of moonshine. I can always check my journal if I need examples. I kept all my notes about the funny ways we vampires think in there.
Alright.
I think I know which one of them funny ways they're thinking in, though. Hold on, compadres. You seem like the kind who can make their own fun.
I don't want to have my own fun. Immernacht is the only place to be on Friday
I guess that's
night.
hot branding, no? Do I have to...
Wait a second. She's acting like this is...
Oh,
Maybe I'll
wait,
check
shit.
my
It's...
journal.
I don't want to have
Oh god.
Amigos, you're putting too much weight on this thing.
Oh, I found my first cognitive
The
distortion.
night's full of
God damn.
possibilities.
Reinhard, I don't know what this means, but I like the way the sexy American talks.
You make us think that maybe it is better we haven't gotten into the club, because we are now meeting you.
Okay.
Hey, if meeting me makes your night better, I'm glad we met. I really gotta find Andromachos, though.
You have to get past the bouncer. He decides who gets in and who doesn't. And he hasn't looked our way all night.
Who was the
Have
bouncer?
A little word with him. Excuse
Oh
me,
my
sir.
god.
I
He's
hear you're the man to
huge.
talk to around these parts.
He looks like a gargoyle. That checks.
I'm here to see Andromachos.
Have fun, mate.
Hey, thanks, amigo. You have yourself a fine night, you hear?
Cowboy, what about us?
Bring them joy.
Yeah, sure, they're friends of mine.
Have fun, mate.
Well, come on, you two. We ain't got all night. Yeah.
What happened if we didn't let them in? They would just be sad and outside. Sick transition.
Dang, awful loud in here.
Come on, my Lieber, dance with us!
Oh, you can really
Have
dance.
fun. I'll catch up with you later. Tarnation, I'd rather hear a gopher
These are
I
bangers.
better talk to whoever's slinging drinks in this here saloon. They ought to know where Andromachos is. But pardon me, ma'am.
Well, well, look at you. We get a lot of 80s fashion in here, but not usually the 1880s.
Everyone's just.
What can I get you, cowboy? The special's Red Bull and vodka. You down?
I never drink Red Bull. I'm actually looking for the owner. He around
Everyone is such a
tonight?
slay in this game. So
Might
far.
be. What do you say your name was?
Sam Walls, begging your pardon.
Sam Walls, huh? I don't think I know anything about a Sam Walls. After all, I'm just a know-nothing bartender.
You're hot,
When I'm
Brandon.
standing, I see someone with style and confidence, not just a drink machine. Don't go branding yourself like that's all you are.
You're more than what you are. You're more than what you
Don't you
do.
go worrying about me, cowboy. The man upstairs warned me you were coming. I was just testing to see if you are who you say you are. Tell you what, let me give you something from our special reserve. I don't think you're looking for booze.
So do they let like non-vampires in
Thank you
here?
kindly, ma'am. I was wondering where the blood was. I met some vampires outside, so I figured this was a vampire club.
You met some goths, honey. They're
Oh,
here to dance and
LOL.
have fun.
You're just normal goths.
So
That's
all
funny.
These people are mortals?
How do you think the head vampire gets his blood?
Oh,
I can't wait to share it with him.
real.
It's a special experience. He's the only real vampire here. Well, him and Bert.
Bert?
You met him already. Bert, shuffle on over here.
Okay, I would believe that that man is a vampire.
This one's here to see the big guy. Show him upstairs, okay?
Have fun, mate.
Good luck up there, cowboy. Hope you find what you're looking for.
The voice acting in this game is really good. I'm a fan.
Howdy. It's Sam Walls to see you, sir. The guy who's been sending you all them V-mails.
Female is cute.
Yes, I know who you are, Samuel Walls. You have come here because you believe you can help our kin. The question is,
Oh,
are you first able to help yourself?
oh. I can help
I've been
myself.
fixing myself for more than a century now.
Oh, I'm in the way. Wait, hang on. You guys have been able to see the people on the left side at all? That's my bad. Let me go to the bottom corner. LOL. Sorry about that. Here you go. Have the beef sign in it. There we go.
Then you must
He's-
prepare
he's
to
so
learn
cute.
a most difficult lesson. We all need help, Samuel. I am pleased that you have come to receive mine.
Dang, you scared the heck out of me.
Look at this man. He's so
You must
dapper.
allow an ancient vampire his games. He will play them regardless. Please, sit down. What an absolute pleasure it is to meet you at last. I found your messages most intriguing.
Afraid there ain't much here in the way of intrigue. I'm just a lonesome cowboy looking for answers.
You know, I receive emails every day from vampires seeking my help. You are the very first to seek my aid in helping others. This alone makes you intriguing.
Well, dang. I think you're gonna be sorely disappointed when you get to talking to me. I'm just honored you're giving me the time of night.
I have unlimited time, Samuel. I am pleased to share some of
True.
it with you. Our kind can be rather set in their ways. It is inspiring to see someone so young and eager to learn.
Yeah, well, I wasn't much for learning when I was alive. Just making up for lost time, I guess.
It sounds as though you have been handling your own life better than most. I was particularly intrigued by these revelations you had while walking in nature.
Oh, yeah, them. Well, I give walking the credit. Nothing sorts my thoughts out better. After a few decades, I started seeing patterns in the way we vampires think.
Can you explain some of these patterns?
I've tried to explain them to other vampires, but it ain't never gone well. I can try, though. See, we tend to assume certain things just because we've been believing them since we were alive.
Okay.
Or we decide the world's against us just because we're hungry or tired or something. And when we start tackling problems that ain't real, we ain't fixing our real problems. That make any kind of sense?
Fascinating, Samuel. These revelations that you had in the woods, mortal psychologists have a term for them. They are called cognitive distortions.
Okay. We're learning.
Uzi, what now?
Cognitive distortions. They are exactly as you described them. I will explain in a moment. Please, tell me about these specific revelations you had.
Okay, let's go about all of them.
I noticed how we stress ourselves out by making everything a battle of do or die absolutes. High noon mind, I call it. Like that feeling you get right before a big shootout.
Okay.
I must confess I have no experience with this feeling. I engaged in mortal combat long before the age of gunpowder.
It's high noon.
But the sentiment you describe mirrors the words of my old friend Marky Aurelius. He used to say
What,
that
Zero?
the magnitude of life's challenges often
Come
turn
on.
us into our worst selves.
Okay.
You mean Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor?
Marcus, the one who killed Caesar. Hey! No, sir.
Of course, his name was
Scratch
Marcus.
me.
Marky was a bedroom name.
They were gay! Oh, sir? Sir?
You mean you and the emperor were...
It was ancient Rome. Penetration was similar to a handshake.
That's true, probably. Everyone was gay. I love that. That's funny.
My apologies. I somehow forgot you were American. But let us discuss this high noon mind.
Real.
I believe we can broaden your definition. Mortal psychologists call this phenomenon of binary thought polarized thinking, but
Okay.
I like to call
I
it
remember this from my AP psychology days in high school.
Nosferatu thinking?
Made me want to be a psychologist because I really like the
It
class.
means you are thinking in black and white.
And then my mom said no.
I get it. That's pretty funny.
I believe it encompasses the breadth of the distortion. One is not flatly weak or strong, good or evil, smart or stupid, a success or a failure. The truth is far more complex and colorful. Not every high noon gunfight ends in oblivion, correct?
Well, yeah, that's true. Getting shot still ain't fun, but it ain't the end neither.
A perfect example, Samuel. Now, try to catch me using Nosferatu thinking. I will give you a series of statements, and one of them will contain Nosferatu thinking. If I
Okay.
do not drink blood, I will surely die.
I'm pretty sure that's it.
Death eventually comes for us all. Mortals will always fear our kind. Did you miss my Nosferatu thinking? If I do not
Oh, wait,
drink
was
blood,
it-
I will surely die.
Pretty sure it's
Is
this.
that Nosferatu thing?
No, Samuel.
God damn
In
it.
this case, I am not arguing with reality.
Oh.
If we do not
Well, okay. My
we
bad.
die.
My
Let us
bad.
continue. Death eventually comes for us all.
That's probably-
Mortals will always
Okay,
fear
this
our
one.
That's Nosferatu thinking right there. I've met mortals who knew who I was and weren't scared.
God damn it.
Very good, Samuel. And even if you hadn't, to say mortals will always fear us ends any hope that they might not. Always is such a terminal word, is it not? Would you like to discuss more of your revelations with me?
I realize that as vampires, we can get the feeling of the power that comes with immortality and strength, but then we get hopeless and aimless over time. It's kind of like the fella you see in the saloon at the bottom of a bottle of whiskey. Either he thinks he can fight everyone, or he's crying into them last drops because he thinks life's hopeless.
Aw.
It's saloon thinking. Two extremes that probably ain't true.
Okay.
Fascinating observation, Samuel. Your saloon
Oh, man,
thinking
just
was
overthinking.
described in my time as the battle between hubris and nemesis, the
Okay.
twin excesses of arrogance and self-pity.
Oh man, it make me wish I'd gotten some schooling. Maybe I would have figured this stuff out earlier.
He's just a
You
cowboy.
live forever, my friend. There is no rush. What you have identified is a phenomenon where individuals perceive either an illusion of control or a lack of control. Mortal psychologists call this phenomenon you have described a control fallacy.
Okay.
Rarely do we have complete power over our situations or no power at all. But we create this illusion that stops us from attempting to change our perceived situations.
Yeah, you're right about that. I used to think I'd never get away from my gang. And maybe that's what made me stick with them for so long.
Yes, you see how cognitive distortions keep us from facing reality, whatever that reality may be. Of course, I am so old and powerful that I am always in control.
So this one?
Well, that ain't no control fallacy.
I do, but that does not mean I am always in control.
Oh, I get it. So even
Of course, as you expertly pointed out with your analogy about the man at the bottom, listen
Oh.
to my next few statements and try to.
Bleh.
The sun will eventually burn out. I will roam a cold, dead earth, and there is little I can do about it.
I feel like that's a fact. No? Hi, tree. Good morning. How are you? Happy Sunday. This game is pretty cute. It's also about therapy. Okay, what
My
else?
kitty cat died. I shall be lonely forever.
Okay, that's pretty sad. That's actually a reality, so... Can't he just eat garlic? He can, that's true.
I shall never feel the warm sun upon my skin again. I shall never feel the warm sun upon my skin again.
Okay.
You didn't catch my control. This sun
Well, I
will
wanted to
eventually
hear them
burn
all.
out.
Is it this
I
one?
will-
Well, that sounds like one of them control fellas.
I applaud your optimism and ambition, Sam. My
What the
kitty
fuck?
cat died. I shall be lonely forever.
But that's a fact. If they died.
I shall never feel the warm sun upon my skin again.
But that's
I
also
shall
a
ne-
fact.
You didn't catch my control. The sun will eventually.
Okay, let's
my
do the
kitty
cat.
I'm
Oh, it's the
sorry
cat.
about your sweet kitty, but you could always pick up a new one.
Oh,
There's
alright.
lots of them just waiting for.
It was just an example, Samuel. Well spotted. But I do speak from experience. I felt this way once when a pharaoh I was dating had our cat mummified.
This guy is so...
I went into a murderous depression that nearly decimated the continent. But I had the power to help myself all
Real.
along by adopting a new friend in need of a home.
Oh, dang, don't let me get on your bad side.
I doubt you shall see it, Samuel. Did you have more revelations to tell me about?
See, I used to be in a gang. They were my whole existence. If you asked me who I was, I would have said, I'm a murdering bastard. Once I got
I also
away,
love the whole,
realized
like,
how
cowboy
small-minded I
vampire, because I
was.
feel like
I
there's
was
never
Sam
that
before I was a murdering
at
bastard,
all.
but
That
that's how I
combo.
was choosing to brand myself. My old gang's still around, and they're still branding themselves like that. They can't see themselves as anything but killers.
Very astute, Samuel. I favor the clinical term, however, which is labeling. You correctly discovered that labeling is a reductive act. When we call ourselves
Yeah, we have
names,
cowboy vampire, and then we have, like, ancient vampire. He's so, like, he's such a slay. Hi, Purple Rain. Thank you for following. How are you? I'm Cabbage. Nice to meet you.
For millennia, I thought of myself as a killer. It was not untrue that killing was how I made my way in the world. I
Aw,
was an
you're so
unstoppable
sweet.
warrior and
Thank
assassin.
you. Same to you. We are learning about therapy with hot vampires.
But with
The
this
best way to
work,
learn.
I limited myself for ages. I did not only kill people, I also killed potential aspirations I might have had. See whether you can catch me doing some labeling in my next few statements.
Okay, guys. This is a learning experience for all of us. Wait, so they're just having a therapy session? So, like, the lore, the background, I know we just started, but, like, he was a cowboy and he was, like, in a gang, and then he was like, actually, maybe I don't want to do this. And he, like, did a whole little, like, self-discovery thing. But, hi, Mango! How are you? And then he reached out to this vampire who's, like, 3,000 years old and, like, talking about therapy because he's like, I want to help other vampires be like me and realize that you don't have to be a killing machine. You can be better than that. And he's like, for real. So we went to Russia to meet this man.
I am so old, I am ancient.
He is old.
Call me whatever you like, but don't call me late for dinner.
That's cute.
How shall I describe myself? Yes, I am a mass murderer.
But he is a mass murderer? He's also old. Maybe it's the old one. I feel like it's the old
Seems to
one.
have missed my. I am so old, I am.
Oh, come on.
God damn
I
it.
know you've been...
But according to definition,
I
am
knew it! Okay.
Well,
The secret is moisturizer. But let us continue.
Slay. He
Call me
says
whatever you like.
moisturize.
How shall
Okay,
I
it's this
describe
one.
well, that's about as clear a labeling as it gets.
I knew it! Ah!
Yeah, we vampires tend to do a lot
I would
of
not be a
killing,
good
but
therapist.
reducing ourselves to killers ain't
I think
doing
that's
us any
what we're
favors.
learning here. Mango, I'm a huge fan of you. How are you? Good Sunday.
Excellent, Samuel. You are correct. Labels can be cages that we lock ourselves in. I was a mere murderer for most of my existence because that is how I labeled myself.
I see. See, you have to unlabel yourself.
Yeah, I did the same thing. Sam Walls, the murderer, reprobate, and good
No,
for
I'm a
nothing.
huge fan of you. Can I actually let me give you a shout out, Mr. Mango?
Those are not how I would describe the Sam walls I see before me.
See, you're in gold. Dude, I didn't hit gold at all last act in Valo. But I also wasn't playing that much and I was focused on the tournament. But I feel like I played my best last act.
Did you have more revelations to tell me about?
Everyone please follow Mango. He's really good at Valorant.
I think that's all of them. Or at least the ones that were the most obvious
Thank
to
you.
me.
I tried my best. It was fun. The tournament was pretty fun.
The concept of cognitive distortions at all is most impressive, Samuel. What took me nearly 3 millennia to understand took you merely 2 centuries.
Yeah, I played like 5 games. Like, I didn't play at all. Really. So I just stayed in silver and I was like, damn, feels bad. But it's fine. We go back to gold this act. And that's all. Maybe plat 1. Probably not, though. You don't want to stream Valo anymore? Okay, that's fair. What kind of games do you want to play?
Just flattering me. I'm just a dope stumbling his way through one life.
Zero, can you stop licking your paw? Are you okay? Or can you just do it not on
Are you
me?
now? Tell me, Samuel, what kind of
Get plat
cognitive
12.
distortion are
Let's
you
go.
exhibiting when you call yourself a dope?
Hitting plat. You've been plat before, Ness. Go diamond. Easy. Well, I wonder when we get Wukong and Star Wars Outlaw. Wukong looks so good.
Yeah, I'm doing some labeling. I gotta watch myself, huh?
Yeah. Wukong looks so good. I've been watching Critical's playthrough of it. It looks so fun.
As long as we retain any
But I don't know if
humanity,
I'll
we
play
will
it because
have
it's such a big
cognitive
game and I
distortions.
have like the entirety of Elden Ring. I'll probably get the Elden Ring DLC. It's gonna be a massive game and I have such a big backlog of games. I don't think I'm gonna get to Wukong, but that's okay.
As long as we can
Zero.
recognize cognitive distortions, we can address our real challenges.
Death Counter gonna go burr after DLC. I think, would it be okay if I do like Death Counter for base game and then restart Death Counter for DLC? Or like, how does that work? Does it just do like the whole thing?
One cannot drink blood from a straw man, after all.
Huh. I ain't never heard that one before, but I like it.
If it helps solidify the concept in your mind, then I am well satisfied.
Can you stop eating your toes? Stop it.
I know you came to learn from me, so I will do
The
my
mod
best to
you
honor
have, I
your
think, just
good
combines. Oh,
intentions.
okay, that's fine
Let us
then.
ensure that you understand the concepts of labeling, control fallacies, and Nosferatu thinking.
Okay, guys, did we learn? Did we learn? I also want to farm content with other multiplayer games. Okay. Well, there you go. Yeah, I do feel like Valorant is pretty easy to farm content with.
I will give you a series of statements, and each one will contain a cognitive distortion for you to identify.
Okay.
I will begin. If I invite over my vampire friends, I know I'm going to have to deal with guano all over the place when they turn into bats at the end of the night.
I think that's the Nosferatu thinking.
Well, that ain't right.
Fucking
You're
hell.
acting powerless, like a man
It's
cleaning
the control
whiskey bottle.
fallacy. No!
Invite over my vampire friends. I know I'm going to have to deal with
British?
guano
Alright,
all
I can
over
do
the
that.
place when they turn into
Let me
bats at the end
put
of
on the
night.
timer. God, I haven't done an accent in so long. Okay. Starting now, we'll do a very posh British accent. It's actually a control
Well,
fallacy.
there's a control
I
fallacy,
should have
sir.
known. I'm
You're acting like you've got
stupid.
no control, but you
I
can lay
think since
down
I've been
some
trying to
ground
rank up,
rules
I
for
don't
guests.
enjoy streaming
Or
Valo.
some newspaper.
That's fair. I mean, you can always play another game on stream and then play offline. Cheerio, good chap.
Or express concern to my friends that they have not been toilet trained. Very good, Samuel. Let me try another.
Alright.
I am Andromachus, the ancient darkness, the scourge of the Mediterranean, the mortal's bane.
I feel like that's just straight up labeling, no?
That's definitely some intense labeling. But those are some hard names to get over.
I mean, he sounds really cool. I feel like
You
that's
are
not a problem.
Those names
Zero, I'm about
followed me
to...
for millennia. It was most stifling. Let me try another then.
Can you stop? Stop licking your paws.
If my club's revenues do not significantly increase, I will end up living on the street.
That's definitely the control
Oh, no,
fallacy.
wait.
No,
This is
no,
some
it's
extreme
Nosferatu thinking.
I know there's a cognitive
I
distortion
keep
to
getting
describe that.
those mixed up.
If my clubs
I know what they
were-
are.
There's
I
gotta
don't
be
know the
Nosferatu
name.
thinking. There's a huge space between making a ton of profit and living on the street.
Zero. Zero's just being an absolute menace, as
Indeed,
usual.
You are correct. I run my club at a
Little rat
considerable
dog.
loss, but 3,000 years of banking interest means that money is not really an object to me anyway.
Real. Imagine being alive for 3,000 years and being broke that entire time.
Samuel, now
That'd
I
be
am
terrible.
not only intrigued by you, but also impressed. I would very much like to teach you my ways.
Oh,
But I must demand something of you
did
first.
your doggo pass away, Mango? I'm sorry.
Anything. I'm here to learn.
You must receive therapy yourself. I will not have you seeing clients without a commitment to your own mental health.
Huh. So, do most therapists see a therapist? I think that makes sense, right? If a majority of your clients have really sad experiences, I feel like that take a toll on you, even though you're supposed to be like an unbiased party for them. That would make sense. You did about 3 weeks ago. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, Mango. I'm wishing you all the love, sir. That's very tough.
Oh, now hold on just a minute.
Every
I don't
therapist
know
sees a
that I
therapist.
need
That makes
therapy.
sense.
I'm feeling pretty good about myself these days.
No, Samuel, we must go.
Samuel, we all need therapy to live in this
We
world.
all need
You have
therapy.
been
However, we
speaking
all
in
can't
cognitive
afford
distortion
it.
since the moment you walked into my office.
I have. I didn't even notice.
They are most insidious. But I am here to help
That's
you
crazy.
identify and
The
challenge
way
them.
that you talk, your thoughts are most insidious.
You have walked alone for too long, Samuel. Allow me to share my experience with you.
Can you move that? What happened? Okay, clean the face.
Well, all right, if you say so. I appreciate your taking the time to work on this old cowpoke.
That's
We
labeling.
have all the time in the world, Samuel.
Just kidding, he is a
But for now,
cowboy.
you must be eager for something fresh. Please, dance. Drink your fill. We will begin tomorrow.
Okay, then. Well, sir, it's been an honor.
You don't have to call me sir, you know.
We're friends.
All right, then, Andromachos.
Andromachos.
Hey, Andromachos.
Just call me Andy.
Nicknames. We're friends.
All right, Andy. I'll see you tomorrow, then.
Okay, was that Act 1? I don't know how long this game is. I have no idea. Oh, I do.
Dang, look at all them mortals, sweating, blood pumping. I am thirsty. There ain't no power on this earth.
It's
that'll
so
get me off
good.
the dance floor. Maybe I'll see if the bartender's got anything for me.
If it isn't Clint Eastwood again. How'd it go, cowboy?
Seems I'll be sticking around. Guess I better get used to things around here.
Around these parts. Wait, with a British accent. Your kind ain't welcome around these parts.
Good to hear. About time someone helped Andy with his work. Seems you vampires have a lot of problems to fix.
I
Crimson,
love
by the way.
Crimson. Look at her. Fantastic.
Fine meeting you, Crimson. How do you know so much about what
Zero,
Andy's
what did
doing?
I say about licking your paws? I'm about to put you down on the ground.
Pillow talk. I'm his blood partner.
No shit. How's a mortal get hooked up with an ancient vampire?
She is living my dream and I hate to see it.
I'm a rock climber. I stumbled into
Jesus
one of
Christ,
his
that
lairs
scared
in
me.
Madagascar.
Alright,
Found a cave while
that's the end of the
climbing a mountain.
accent. I hope I did a good
There
job,
he
Tree.
was, naked in a hot tub.
She's living my dream. That should be me.
Dang. Must have been a sight.
You ain't kidding, cowboy. Didn't expect a luxury apartment with a gorgeous naked vampire inside of a mountain.
Now they're licking the balls. That should be me. Holding
We
your
hit it off, and
hand.
he asked me to come back here with him. I like an adventure, so I said, what the hell? I'll date the gorgeous Dracula.
Okay, it's fine.
But
It's
what are you
fine.
doing talking to me, cowboy? The blood's running hot on the dance floor.
What you doing, Joel?
These kids don't mind a little biting.
With consent.
Ain't no way I'm dancing. There's gotta be a better better way to get something fresh to drink.
Do cowboys not dance?
Reinhard, look. It's the sexy old guy again.
I love that they're not vampires, they're just normal goths. That's so cute.
You should buy us a drink, old guy. You'll probably get lucky. Actually, you'll definitely get lucky.
Square dancing. There you go. Oh yeah, square dancing go kind of hard. I think I went to like a square dancing club once in college. It was fun.
What I'm after tonight.
We dug your vibe, book from across the bar. Please.
That's because you haven't experienced these pleasures with us yet. Buy us a drink and you will discover great satisfaction by uns.
Alcohol is bad for you, kids. Shit. Yeah, we'll go with that.
I ain't buying you a drink. This stuff's terrible for you.
Are you making a joke? We're at a bar.
It's okay. He's just trying to be protective. Aren't you, Opa?
Is she Korean? What does that mean? Something in Russian as well?
You know, I think the drinks here ain't strong enough for you.
It's not Russian. It's German. Und. Yeah, that's German. Killjoy. They sound like Killjoy. I don't have any money. I'm a broke
I
bitch.
ain't buying you a drink. All I got are good old-fashioned dollars.
I like American money. All we have on our money are buildings. You have all the sexy old men.
What?
All right, I'll buy it. Which of them old men are sexy?
Been told by a Slavic source they do say opa too. Does it mean the same thing? It's like older gentlemen. That's kind of crazy.
Hamilton. His posture is just so powerful.
He's a theater kid. He likes Hamilton.
There is a dollar coin that has Eisenhower's face on it.
Oh, you are right. Eisenhower is, how do you Americans say, a snack?
Why are they saying that about our president? It's just an exclamation. Oh, like oppa, like the Greeks? Like that?
I get it. You like older men.
You're just not my type.
I ain't buying you a drink. You ain't exactly my type.
Oh, okay. Well, she didn't say it like that.
Oh, we don't want to marry you. We just want to have fun with you.
I have to tell you 4 times no, dude. That's part of the experience.
Kids are too much. I ain't buying you a drink. I think I'd be insulting your economic status.
That's a fantastic way to say no. I'd be insulting your economic status. I'm not gonna buy something for you.
Mein Lieber, don't worry about us. We just like to feel special. We have lucrative jobs in IT.
Of course they'd work in IT. Typical.
Oh yeah? Well, maybe you can help me. See, my printer died again.
Aww.
I'm real tired of these things.
Help his.
Please, we are here to party.
Did he bring his printer here? How would that help them?
But
How would that help him?
get a laser printer.
Well, thanks for the tip. That ink seems to be more valuable than blood. Well, these kids just ain't gonna leave
What
me
is a
alone.
laser printer? That's kind of insane. Oh, after all that, I have to buy him a drink anyway. All right.
Stop teasing the cowboy, Kinder. They're just messing with you. Drinks are free here.
What?
Dang, really? I ain't never been to a saloon with free hooch.
Call it a drink exchange.
Ah, I see. Barter system. I appreciate that.
So, everyone here knows they might be sharing blood?
Only as long as there's consent. We like to create a safe environment here.
Slay.
Why don't you take Reinhard and Maxie here back to the kink room?
The kink room.
Whoa, kink room?
Mm-hmm. You're not in Kansas anymore, cowboy. We are not afraid of sex here.
I'm from Missouri, but point taken.
Nobody has to do anything they don't want to do in there. Just have fun and drink your fill, handsome.
That's
I'm sure I've
crazy.
seen plenty of you.
Aren't there like, isn't there like a vampire cult in Austin, Texas? I feel like I've seen like one of those Vice things about them. Where they do actually drink each other's blood. What is this place? This is a nightclub. It's how it is in Germany.
Maxine, Reinhard, this is one of our special customers.
But I remember like in that one article or video or whatever, I missed by Rat. I don't know where she is. Zero's on my lap though. Zero's right here. So cannibalism. That's a cult. Sounds like a Tuesday.
Ach so.
I feel like it's a
Ein Vampir.
it's not cannibalism because they're not eating each
Wir
other.
all
Well,
getting lucky then.
maybe it is because they're drinking each other. Well, by that definition, I'm not obliged to say anymore.
My
But
next
like,
stage is anticipation.
I remember them like they would clean the wound, right, and then make a small incision, and then the like lap up
Dang.
blood, and I was
Guess
like,
I'm going
oh,
to a kink room then.
okay.
Thanks, Crimson.
They're definitely not vampires, but I don't know if like they think they are, or if it's just like they're just really playing into their kink. But either way,
I knew
it's
a man who wore this
consensual.
much leather couldn't
She said,
be boring.
Damn.
Yeah, well, you got me pegged.
Oh?
Is that what we are doing now? Give me the document and I will sign myself up for it.
Oh, she said, let me beg him! Let me beg him, please!
I really ain't in Missouri no more. Look, I'm more into
He said, please don't beg me. Please.
Oh, your teeth look perfect. Are you going to bite me, Vitzos?
What else is he gonna bite you with?
That's the plan. Who's going first?
Oh, me.
Well, step right on up.
Ah! Bite the veins. Oh, it's a little mini game. Rah!
Oh, das hat sich gut angefühlt.
Oh, that's a good thing.
Is it my turn yet?
Well, sure thing. Come on over.
Okay.
Oh, Reinhard.
Drank
the hot
fresh
old
blood for the
vampire
first time.
wore me out.
Me too, Maxi. I feel as though I have set up a mail server.
German is truly the sexiest. Wild.
Reinhard, mein Sucke Fledermaus. Ich bin so müde, sexy zu sein.
Da.
I will get us a taxi cab, Liebchen. Und du, cowboy? Next time we will talk about that thing you mentioned earlier.
Oh, yeah, sure thing, fella.
Pegging?
Happy with my new laser printer.
Oh, the printer.
Now that I've had something to drink, I should probably get to my coffin.
Slay.
Samuel, wait a moment. I see you got your fill. Are you heading out?
Oh! Yes. I'm fine. I'm fine.
Yeah,
I feel
figure
a
I could use
normal
some shut-eye.
amount
I
about this
locked up
man.
my coffin over at the storage center.
Storage center. Please, you can use my guest coffin.
Aw.
I insist. You must be well rested.
Sure,
for the
his guest
challenges
coffin is
ahead.
really nice.
Guess I got a big night tomorrow, huh? I should get a good day's sleep.
Wonderful. Please, follow me.
Well, dang. This is mighty plush. Guess it's one of them smart coffins.
There's a little TV in there. It's so cute.
Let's see what's on TV. Hey, I remember this movie. We were so proud to finally get some representation.
What is this? What movie is this?
Not sure I should stay up watching movies, though.
Wait, I want to know what it is. Is this Nosferatu? Oh, it is. That's so good. I'm intrigued.
Well, ain't much else to do in here.
Twilight,
I think
basically.
it's about time
Real.
I hit the hay. Hope I'm cut out for all this.
Okay, end of Act 2. We're back!
Samuel, good
Checkpoint
evening.
saved.
I hope you slept
Made
well.
it the first checkpoint.
Like the dead, as they say.
Can't read, can't spell. We are kin.
I was hoping to save you some breakfast, but I've already sent them on their way.
Oh, that's all right. I'm still pretty full from last night. Them goth types were practically throwing themselves at me.
Yeah, I actually just go around guessing and hoping that what I'm saying is correct.
I am not
Whenever
surprised.
I read
Perhaps I should
something.
be concerned that some of my guests will follow you home.
Oh,
Well, gosh, if I still had mortal circulation, I'd be blushing.
Why are you so embarrassed, Samuel?
Samuel, you are hot. Live up to it.
Ah, hell. Guess we should just save it for therapy, huh? We gonna get started now?
If you like.
Why not? I'm eager to get going.
So he's my
Let loose,
therapist, I
Doc.
guess? And then we're gonna be a therapist for other
Very well.
vampires?
Let's start with the first question any therapist asks then. What brought you to me? Why is becoming a therapist so important to you?
Well, gosh, I remember what it was like. Being all angry, hungry, and scared all the time. It ain't no way to live.
Go ahead, flame her. This is not a flame-free zone.
When I see vampires,
I get flamed all the time,
way I
every
used
day,
to, just
and when I
need to
stream.
show 'em there's more to
I can't
unlife.
read.
And why is that up to you?
What do you mean? You can't read Paul?
You of all people know
Paul
how tough God can
Atreides?
be. Preying on the weak, dating mortal high schoolers. I've got to make them see their potential. That's what I'm here for. I
Wait.
know it.
He just had a stab at Twilight. He said, "Why are you dating a mortal high schooler? What do you have in common with them? Nothing."
That is a lot of responsibility to place on yourself.
Idaho?
You got
Is that a
funny look in your
character?
eye. Am I doing one of them distortion things?
You are most perceptive. Yes. Perhaps you can tell me what it is.
Oh my god, what was he doing?
When you say you are here to make vampires see the world differently, in what way are you distorting reality?
Fuck. Well, not labeling. Control fallacy is like... I don't think there are any bad... Is it like a black and white thing?
I'm doing some Nosferatu thinking.
Remember, Samuel.
No!
Nosferatu thinking comprises thoughts that are lacking in color and nuance. They are one extreme or another. You
So it's a
can
control
always do
fallacy.
once more. When you say you are here to
Well, I guess that's a
It's
control
always
fallacy,
those
right?
two. I always mix them
can't
up.
assume I'll be
I
able to help
can't.
other vampires the way I was helped.
Oh, because you can't control... Oh. Ah! Every time. Girl, did you not see the movie? The Great State. I did see the movie. I saw both movies. I don't remember what they're called. I don't remember the names of the
Very good,
places.
Samuel. Control fallacies
only remember
are hard to avoid
Paul.
when one feels strongly about something.
Duncan, Idaho. Potatoes in every scene. Real. Their tubes are actually just mashed potatoes straight into their nose.
Your fate is not to transform every vampire you ever meet, even those who are your clients. You will do what you can do, and that is enough. But I am eager to learn how you develop this desire to help our kin find a different way of thinking.
Well, like I told you when I first emailed you, I was a real nasty son of a bitch when I first became a vampire. When I look back and see what a no-account piece of shit I was, I ain't nothing but embarrassed.
Aw. My bad, guys. I didn't mean to kill all those people. But I did.
It all seems pretty stupid to me now. Here we are living forever and all we can do is kill? It's the dumbest thing I ever did here.
I am going to stop you for a moment. Stupid, no-account piece of shit, nasty son of a bitch.
Could you imagine? Is this what therapists do? If you're like just talking, if you're talking down about yourself, like, wait, let me stop you right there. You're calling yourself stupid, a piece of shit, a nasty son of a bitch. How does this make you feel? Be like, what?
Do
Huh?
you hear the way you are talking about yourself?
With respect, sir, I earned all them names. I killed women and children. Half the ghost towns out west are my doing. I didn't think of nobody but myself.
You know, he's right. That's pretty shitty to
Pretend you
do.
are my therapist. If I sat here and called myself a
Yeah, that one's
Maybe
pretty
we're
easy.
doing some labeling.
It's pretty labeling,
And
but
I
like,
guess I'd tell you to look at yourself a little more kindly.
should you? You know, I'm not therapist material because I'd be like, yeah, you should feel bad. You murdered people.
Extend the same compassion to yourself then, Samuel. How are you to move on from being a nasty son of a bitch if you are labeling yourself?
You don't. You stay there.
If you wish to be a guide to other vampires, you must start with compassion for them and
But it's
for
okay.
yourself.
It was 300 years ago.
Oh,
This is how professional manipulators build each other up. Oh! I've seen those tweets where it's like the worst person you know is in therapy telling, and their therapist is telling them that they're
How
valid.
did you find your sense
And I'm
of
like,
purpose?
LOL.
well, I was on the run, you see. The Wild
Like,
West
the
was
worst
in
person I
and
know
the
probably
Pinkertons were
isn't in
starting to get the
therapy.
better of my gang. I went into hiding and found a strange group of folks out in the country. They knew I was an outlaw right away, but they
Aw.
didn't judge me for it.
Nice
They didn't even
fellas.
care that I was a vampire. They welcomed me like a friend, even shared their blood with me. They taught me how to appreciate the beauty of the night, and I started seeing things I'd never noticed before.
The worst person y'all know is me. Absolutely not. Spy Rat, you know for a fact that Dizzy and I are both worse than you.
They taught me my letters, philosophy, and how to question things instead of being scared of them.
Because you're valid? Oh. We.
I've
We.
every day of my own life. They somehow freed
Our.
themselves of all the judgments of the time and were better off for it.
These must have been the 19th century American transcendentalists, yes?
Jesus Christ.
Yes, sir. I'm glad I died when I did, because their like just don't exist no more.
Just aren't any transcendentalists left. We should bring them back. We should all become transcendentalists again.
Once my community died out, I started walking. That was something else they taught me how to do. There ain't nothing like having a walk in a thing.
Spy Rat, we know.
I walked in nature for about 90 years.
90
and just
years!
all the grace and beauty of my country.
Wow.
I guess I was kind of selfish, though. I should have been helping other vampires the way the transcendentalists helped me.
Why?
Why?
Why waste 90 years walking when I should have been helping others? Seems pretty obvious to me. I could have
But
done
you were
a lot of
helping
good in that
yourself,
time.
Samuel.
But your should turns that which you could find fulfilling into a duty. You create an extrinsic motivator.
Isn't that a good thing?
Another cognitive distortion.
Okay, I guess
something
not.
Created by your own mind. Nature asks almost nothing of you. Even if your should comes from a place of good, it creates undue
Ah,
pressure.
okay.
And what do we do once we are pressured? We resent the shoulds. We procrastinate. And as you know, we have a
Okay.
lot of time
Okay,
to
I see that. I see that.
You got that right. Why do today what you could do next
I wish I
century?
could walk around nature for 90 years. I also wish that. You're right. They have no blood circulation, so I guess they wouldn't get bug bites or anything.
Exactly. Should statements remove the intrinsic joy from that which you find fulfilling?
Okay, I see.
Hold on, though. Ain't there some things we really should do?
Of course, there are things we must do. But nature herself tells us what they are. We invent the rest. Here, let me give you an exercise. Listen closely. See whether you can find the should statement that is a distortion. I should go to the vampire dentist. You know what they say. If you have bad fangs, you get bad blood.
Probably should go to the dentist.
I should drink blood today.
You probably should.
I should take my blood partner Crimson out on a date.
Saying you should take Crimson out on a date is a should statement. You've turned something you want to do into something you have to do.
And then you make it a chore to take Crimson out on a date.
That's right,
And you should
Sam.
just want to do
You
it.
know, I couldn't be more pleased with you. Your time in nature was...
Well, thanks, I suppose. But if you don't mind my saying so, I hope you're treating that mortal lady right.
Oh, what a gentleman.
Thank you. Please, ask her yourself.
She'll tell you how I do her right.
I imagine
Every
she
night.
would share her blood with you. You look like her type.
Hold on. I've only been in Europe for a couple of days. I ain't gonna go after my teacher's girlfriend.
I just show up to an office bar and be like, this is my blood partner?
She does what she wishes.
That'd be
is why
so
I chose
funny.
her as my blood partner.
Oh, I should. To the office party? Oh, everyone in the office has already met him. But like, just in general. Like, oh, this is Askar. Instead of just saying partner
Samuel,
to be
even
inclusive.
if it beats no
This is my
logic,
blood
you
partner.
have a good heart. I think you will be an excellent therapist.
It's giving those like goth couples that wear vials of each other's blood around their neck. It's giving that.
So far, that good heart of mine hasn't amounted to much, but I'm willing to give it my best shot.
You are uncomfortable with praise, aren't you, Samuel? Every time I say something positive, you find a way to negate
Why
it.
is that? Is it because you don't think you deserve praise, Samuel? Let's delve deeper into that. And that's exactly what it is.
I just don't think I should be doing any bragging. I spent my first 50 years killing. I spent the next 90 walking in the
MJK,
woods.
exactly. Yes, that's what I'm thinking of. That's literally it. I am weed. God, I can't believe that he bagged a baddie like Megan Fox by saying that shit.
I've tried to walk
Ugh.
a better path since then, but I ain't no saint, Auntie.
Deep down, all of our sentiments towards that is envy.
I did not say
Have you
were.
seen? Have you
I've met
seen
several so-called
the
saints.
people that do
I
it
can
like,
attest
but
that
with
none of them were either.
different substance that you get from your partner?
I understand your discomfort.
Kind of
Sam.
crazy.
I too have done terrible things that I cannot erase. But is erasing the good I have done worthwhile?
Well, I guess when you put it like that, it sounds kind of silly.
I am weed is a crazy pickup line. And then he walked away and she thought, wow, he's so mysterious. And every time I think about that, I'm just like, God damn.
Cognitive distortion, one that mortal
It's so
psychologists
silly.
call disqualifying the positive.
Oh my gosh, look at our arsenal down here. We're learning so much.
I understand that the actions of your past are difficult to bear, but what we are here to do is accept reality with both. I am not saying that you should disqualify your negative actions, but merely know.
Yeah, I saw this one like artist on Instagram. They were like, you send her your samples of whatever bodily fluid you want, and she'll like make it into jewelry. She'll like turn it into dust or whatever, and then make that incorporate into the clay that she's using. And there was one that she was using it with like a questionable substance, and she wasn't even wearing gloves while she was working with it, and putting it like making shapes out of it with the clay and the jewelry, and I was like, ugh! Oh my god, kind of crazy. People are crazy.
I am Andromachos, one of the most powerful vampires alive.
Okay.
Before I became the vampire I am now, I did exceptionally terrible things.
Okay.
I have defiled the innocent.
Oh.
I have killed countless people.
Oh.
The good I now do pales in comparison to the evil I have done.
That's correct.
Regardless of my past evil deeds, I am quite good looking.
This is true.
You didn't catch me disqualifying the positive. Let's try again.
I just needed to hear everything you were saying.
I am Andromachos.
Not
Before
bad.
I became the vampire I have defiled the innocent. The good I now do pales in comparison to the
This one.
evil I...
That's the one. You're literally disqualifying the positive by comparing.
Well done, Samuel. I believe the recognition
I've learned
of this
5
distortion
cognitive
will
distortions.
serve you
Let's
well when you
go.
start to see clients tomorrow.
Whoa, tomorrow? I only just started learning these here.
Look, we're gonna
cognitive
meet more
distortions.
vampires.
I will, of course, be with you. You needn't worry. I can sense your instincts and will help you.
Aw.
But tomorrow,
My friend, we are never truly ready. But if it would ease your concerns, we can practice with further examples. Would that be helpful?
No, I'm good. I get every single question wrong, but like it's fine. We're fine.
I think I'm good.
All right, Samuel. You must be hungry now. I suggest you get...
How much is a liter?
Fuck, it's a kilometer.
Just get enough to drink, Samuel. We will not be able to now. Please excuse me. I do have a date with Crimson tonight.
Oh.
I suspect I shall not return
Okay.
until nearly
They're
morning.
gonna get it on.
Oh, yeah, of course. I hope you have a nice night out, Mr. Andy.
You as well, Samuel. Rest in peace.
That's funny. R.I.P. All right.
Ah, Samuel.
Checkpoint
glad to see you are awake.
saved.
Your first client is on his
Okay,
way.
meeting our first new client.
What, already? Look, Mr. Andy, sir, are you sure I'm ready for the...
Fear not, my friend. You are a powerful vampire in your own right.
Aww.
To be so young, and all you need to do is listen, and I know the truth will reveal its...
Shucks, wish I had...
Well, to a limited extent, I can see the future. If you are about to misinterpret
What?
the client's distortion,
You can see the
I will put
future?
you back on the
The
right
crazy
path.
vampire power.
You can see the future.
It's not that impressive, really. You start to see the patterns after 1,000 years or so.
Oh, he's just extremely intuitive. Disqualify the positive.
Well, dang. If seeing the future ain't impressive, that's gotta be a distortion.
Confident cowboy got 5 distortions correct in a row. We're on it. We are on it.
You barely require my aid as it is. If you need guidance, I will provide it to you telepathically.
Oh,
Don't think about it too much. When you are 3,000, such things will... Let us look at your first client's case.
Dr. Drain, huh? He ain't got no first name?
okay. He's 430 years old, male, English, of a class of 1614 graduate Royal College of Physicians. He has been studying the nature of blood for the last several centuries. He became a vampire after a post-mortem blood transfusion experiment. Now runs a global pharmaceutical research company. He's now concerned that he's developed an addiction to a drug of his own formulation. Suggestion. Detected strong irritability on the phone. Investigate Drain's drinking and sleeping habits. Okay. Alcoholic.
Many vampires go by one name. Families and titles seem to become more
Huh. So is it funny that he kept the title?
Indeed. You catch on quickly, despite your habit of disqualifying the positive. I will let you work now. I shall be meditating.
But
Samuel, I know you can handle
Oh my gosh, he's gone.
Be yourself.
Oh,
and
he
only
became a
be-
bat.
Satan bless it all, I hate flying.
Sorry, the accent caught me off guard. We knew that he was English, but still.
Hey there.
Okay, he's giving that one guy from, you know, the Atlantis movie? I forgot his name, but the one that is with the round glasses. He looks like that guy.
God's blood, what on earth are you?
American?
My name's Sam. I'm a therapist. Make yourself comfortable, Dr. Drain. And American as well. Good God. It's not enough for you lot to take over the world of the living. Even the halls of the dead aren't safe from you.
Oh no.
Oh well. I suppose your lot are all into this touchy-feely stuff, aren't you?
Classic Englishman. Yes, he looks like him. Milo, yes. Yeah. Doesn't he look like him? But if Milo was British and not nice.
And ignorance, even American ignorance, is bliss, I suppose. Oh, sweet ignorance, how I do wish I knew thee. Damn it, how am I gonna work with this fella? I gotta ask Annie.
Are you alright, Sam?
that's him speaking to us from his
Give me this fella as my first client?
Why not? He is clearly hiding very little about his state of mind.
How am I supposed to help him when he already sees me as the bad guy?
I hope that I could do this in the future. That'd be so funny.
Use your instincts, Samuel. Think about
Pop
how
up
you
in
have
someone's
felt in
brain
your
like a little
darkest hours.
hologram.
What does this poor vampire want?
Dude, he wants to complain.
I think he just wants to complain.
Perceptive, Samuel. He can hardly stop himself, can he?
So, what, I just let him complain?
Of course. Just give him a starting point to let it all out. It will make him feel better.
Insult the Americans more. Dr. Drain.
Don't worry, Samuel. You are doing wonderfully.
Well, are you just going to sit there?
Hi, Luco. Good morning. Or good evening. Look, we're doing a European-friendly stream. How are you? Thank you. Thank you.
I was just gonna ask how your trip here was.
Good evening.
My trip?
We're
was
playing
wonderful
a
until my
fun little
got
vampire
tired,
therapist
and I had to fly
game.
30 kilometers here as a bat.
We're learning about actual, like, psychology and therapeutic rationales.
I hate being a bat and I hate flying. Do you know an owl tried to eat me? Me, a creature that has lived for centuries.
Look at his little
treated like common prey.
fangs. Aww. He's just misunderstood. He just needs a hug.
I'm surprised he was even interested. You should see what an ugly little beastie I am when I transform.
I'm gonna start calling myself that in the morning when I just wake up. Be like, I'm just an ugly little beastie. I love that. That is so funny. These Euro-friendly streams feel so hostile. Hi, William. Good morning. How are you? I want to be a cowboy. Right? I do like that they combined cowboy and vampire together, too. I think that's
All I
fun.
could do was screech and squeak until he went away. Well, I suppose I'm alive, in a manner of speaking anyway. You all right there, pal? Yes, I'm fine. Well, I'm not, of course. I wouldn't be here otherwise. But for the sake of conversational integrity, fine.
I'm literally your therapist, Drain. You can tell me what's wrong. Hi, Miss Dorothy. Good morning.
I
How
take
are
it you read my
you?
case file and know why I'm here.
I came from playing Baldur's Gate in Act 3. Okay, did you just get to Act 3, or where are you, Mr. Luco? Where are you in Act 3? He hasn't. His horse died.
You're here for an addiction problem. Yes. Embarrassing, isn't it?
No, it's okay.
What's to be embarrassed about? I remember when Ulysses S. Grant was president. Didn't seem to bother him.
That guy. Now, he was a drunkard. I would know. I just got done with Gortash's ceremony. Oh, you're Paladin. I don't know anything about Paladins.
Oh, well, of course. How wonderful.
How does
I share the
Oathbreaker
mental failings of
change,
people
like,
who
your
only live
the
a
way that you
single
play?
lifetime.
I want to go to a baseball game. Have fun, Miss Dorothy. I hope it doesn't rain on you guys.
Hey, come on now. There's a part of us that's still mortal. Can't help that, just like we can't help being dead. So I'm discovering. Look, I just need some tips and I'll be on my way. Just give me all the tricks. Whatever one does to make addictions go away.
That's not how it works, Drain. You have to work on it.
Tips? Let me think.
There's no easy solutions.
Partner, there ain't no tips that'll magically
Partner.
cure you. But I'm here to listen. You know, I never in my life thought anyone would ever call me partner. Like partner, but not with a T.
What the fuck are you saying to me? You just have a different set of skills, but there is this guy that came to me and said that he will talk to me once I comes. Oh. Huh. And I guess you can't, wait. You can't do anything but side with Gortash. I mean, I guess you can try and kill him at the ceremony, but I feel like that's going to be a hard battle. So if you're a paladin, you just break it no matter what? That's kind of... I didn't know that. It is cloudy. I thought it was going to be like raining off and on for the next week, Miss Dorothy.
And I know how you English love your tea.
We put it in the harbor.
Thank goodness we can still process tea. We cannot live on blood alone. I appreciate the concern, though. I must admit, I rather saw myself above this whole addiction thing.
So don't think about it. Can I kill him right there at the ceremony? You can try, Luco, but I think it'd be really hard. And it also, I think, would lock you out of like another like side quest later on if you wanted to do it.
I tell you what, let's not worry about being above or below anything. You're here now, so let's see what we can do.
Hopefully not. Hopefully not. It is a little cloudy.
What exactly are you addicted to? It's a form of plasma, a catalytic compound of my own design, a necessary component of my own scientific goals.
Oh, have fun. It's your first baseball game? Have fun.
You're losing me. Well, let me try to make it simple. I have been able to replicate and even alter the molecular patterns that vampiric erythrocyte surface receptors receive. Our unique physiology gives us an increased ligand affinity, which is how we are able to process blood the way that we do.
Yes, of course.
I can extend this receptivity and thus achieve my true goal: synthetic blood, freedom from the hunger that plagues us.
Okay, he's trying to do a good thing.
Humanity.
I see it. I see the vision.
Well, dang, that sounds pretty impressive, Doc. Well, it doesn't work without a vampiric catalyst, and that is the plasma I am addicted to. Pathetic, isn't it? I have spent 400 years trying to steal the secret of blood, only to be engulfed by it, like Prometheus walking into a fireplace. Pathetic? Doc, where the heck would you get a word like that? You've come up with a synthetic blood. Man, I can barely get my spurs on some mornings. Maybe you've had a setback or two, but give yourself a little credit, compadre.
Guess I'm going with the story now. It's really cool. Right? That's how you know it's such a good game. Like, there's so many things that you can do. And then playing as, like, a dirge is like a whole other game, basically. There's even more to it. It's so, so good.
Credit
Such a good
for
game.
wasting 400 years? Practically speaking, I'm in the same place as I was back when King James was in power. Only now I have a drug problem.
And I know they just keep adding content.
Perhaps I must face facts.
Even more than Red Dead. I feel like I would enjoy Red Dead.
We ever do will make a
Red
damn
Dead
bit of
Redemption.
difference.
You just get to be a cowboy, right? I can be a cowboy, baby.
Samuel, listen to him. Do you recognize his patterns of thought?
He's
There's some
disqualifying
distortions in there,
the
ain't there?
positive.
I knew you would sense them. Invite him to talk more about this failure of his.
So tell me more about why you're a failure.
I'll do my best. Now hold on just a minute there,
As you
cowpoke.
go.
I've heard you talk a lot about
Hey,
failure,
buddy. Okay. Okay, okay.
but it sure sounds to me like you ain't thinking clearly if you think you're a failure. I am a realist, that's all. Look at me. 400 years of study and still dabbling with leukocytes. I'm saying I am surely the oldest, most well-studied doctor in the world. I should have achieved more. Well, it's all my fault, really. I cannot seem to motivate my scientists to reach the necessary level of dedication. It's always shocking to
Am
me
I
how
supposed to have,
little
like, done
relevance
these?
mortals have around death. Now that I'm addicted to my own drug, I have joined the ranks of mortal celebrities in my utter irrelevance. Come on, Sam, there's some distortion. Oh, tarnation. Hey, cowpoke, you mind? I most certainly
Oh.
do mind. Look at me. 400. I don't know many people who would call work. I mean, I gotta admit, I have no earthly clue what you're talking about. So unless you made up all them science terms, I think you might be doing more. Perhaps. But if we consider all there is to know about blood, I know precious little. But you know something. Yes, I concede I might know something about blood. I would hope so after 400 years. You still got more knowledge about blood than most, whether it's been 4 years or 400 years, amigo. Let's get back to what you were saying. I'm saying I am surely the oldest, most well-studied doctor in the world. I should have achieved more than this.
Okay, a should statement. It's pretty obvious.
Well, who said you should have achieved more? Isn't it obvious? I should have something to show. And what happens if you don't? Absolutely nothing at all. Well, that is not as encouraging as you think it is.
It's not a problem, because nothing bad will
Ain't
happen.
meant to be encouraging, just showing you a little reality. Well, it's all my fault, really. I cannot seem to motivate my scientists to reach the necessary level of dedication. It's always shocking to me how little urgency mortals have around death.
Is that a control fallacy? I always get control fallacy and the Nosferatu thinking mixed up. I feel like he can't control the scientist, so I feel like that's what it is.
So
Aha,
it's all your fault.
let's go.
You haven't come up with the perfect synthetic blood. It can't be anyone else's fault. Only I have the skill, the knowledge, and the experience.
This is the arrogance, and then coupled with the something else.
Pardon me for saying so, Doc, but it sounds like what you're doing is pretty dang complicated.
Arrogance and then like self-pity or something.
It sounds to me like you're some kind of god if you expect control over life itself. Please, I am a scientist, not a spiritualist. It is not control I seek, but understanding.
Understanding.
And are you ever gonna have perfect understanding? No, of course not. I'm not a wizard. So how about not putting saving the world on one person, Doc? That is a simplification, but I take your point. As I was saying, now that I'm addicted to my own drug, I have joined the ranks of mortal celebrities in my utter irrelevance.
Now, is this labeling or Nosferatu thinking? I think labeling, because he's labeling himself as like...
Now, why
Yeah.
would you go and label yourself irrelevant? What else do you call
I'm
the
on the
thing
ball.
to show after 400 years?
Let me be your therapist. Just kidding, don't. I will mess it up.
I reckon I'd call him by his given
Keep
name.
getting these
Slapping
mixed
a
up.
label on yourself don't do nothing but weigh you down. Oh, well played, cowpoke. Perhaps I am being a little dramatic. Yes, I'm aware that in reality progress has been made, enough to get to this point. But I didn't come here to ask for a pat on the back and to be told I'm a good boy. Ain't my department, but I hear they do some of that stuff downstairs.
LOL.
Yes, we all know very well that the Continentals are more sexually liberated than we are.
Sexually?
But as I say, I don't want all this therapy stuff. I just
Calling
want
them
to stop
Continentals
using
is
this damn
crazy.
drug. So what's so good about this stuff anyway? Why do you like it?
Give me some. Let me see. Let me have a taste.
I'm not certain. I don't remember what happens after I take it, but I wake up feeling, how do I put this, alive. Well, that don't sound so bad. A good nap can make me feel like a new man.
Slide me some of that.
I'm not talking about feeling refreshed. I mean I feel alive. As if I'm someone else. Someone who lives. And I wake up and find, oh gracious me, I am not depressed. You mean to tell me that you're going to sleep depressed every night? Oh, nothing of the sort. Oh well, I'm glad to hear that. You are assuming that I can simply go to sleep and my global scientific enterprise will run itself. Oh wait just a gosh darn minute. You're telling me you don't sleep?
What?
Yes, it's not as though we can get much deader already, and I have work to do.
How long have you been awake?
So you're not sleeping, and you're always depressed. I think we're starting to get somewhere. Oh, don't be such a bumpkin. If you're a sapient individual, aware of the world around you, depression is the only sensible reaction. It has nothing to do with sleep.
Oh, am I supposed to... Okay, what is this? If you are a sapient individual, aware of the word depression... I feel like it's one of the two that I always get mixed up. Maybe this one?
Come on now.
I'm just better!
Different
Got
things
10
express
distortions
different
correct in a row. Nice shooting. I'm just better. That's great.
Everyone reacts to things differently. Ain't ain't it true that a sensible person, as you call him, might even be a different degree of depressed? Very well, I suppose I might have been using a bit of mild hyperbole. Mild is putting it mildly, buckaroo. Buckaroo? Now I'm even more depressed. Regardless, I didn't come here to be a whiner. Oh, boo-hoo, life is hard. Yes, we all know it's hard.
And then? Okay, what is the statement? Didn't come here to be one. Yes, we all know it's hard. Okay. I feel like that's disqualifying the positive somehow.
Dr.
Shit.
Drain is calling
Damn
himself
it!
a whiner for being sad. If he is trying to bully himself into being happy, he...
Regardless, I didn't come here to be a whiner.
Is it control fallacy?
Boo-hoo, life is hard.
Fuck!
Dr. Drain is calling himself a whiner.
Regardless, I didn't.
Oh, it's labeling. God damn it.
Talking to me makes you a whiner.
Ah.
Is that not what I currently am? Sounds to me like you're expressing yourself. Whiner is the word you used. Yeah, if you want to call it whining, that's up to you. But that's entirely. Oh, very well. Call it moaning or whinging if you prefer.
Whinging.
Moaning, whinging, belly aching. Still all just labels. I don't believe I shall be using the term belly aching in any case. But as I was saying, in the moments I wake up, I feel free. I suppose it must be what being an ignoramus feels like.
That's crazy. As you will. No.
For once in his life, he experiences...
Oh, damn it.
In the moments I... So you're telling me you feel good when you
All right,
wake up,
I've
and
lost
then
it all.
You call yourself an ignoramus. Before you even get a chance to reflect on feeling good, you're... That's what I like to call disqualifying the positive. I'm simply stating facts. Stating facts shouldn't impede an argument. What good is that fact doing anyone? It's about as useful as an empty holster. Lest I somehow forget that you are a cowboy. About this drug, though. Oh, very well. I suppose I might be discounting my experience. I don't know how to say this, amigo. You really don't like letting yourself be happy. Honestly, I'm failing to see the problem with taking this stuff. Seems like it's making you get the rest you need and it makes you feel good. First of all, I do not need to rest. And partaking of this plasma, what kind of downsides? I do not know what happens when I partake of the substance. However, when I wake up, I feel refreshed.
What?
Smell of blood and sex.
What?
Once I even woke up wearing a football jersey. It was most distasteful.
Oh no.
I guess you must be having some kind of good time.
But he's not conscious for it?
That is not my idea of a good time. I'm Dr. Drain. I am intelligent and worldly, not some ill-bred monster. I don't go gallivanting into godforsaken places to engage in depraved coitus and the consumption of dirty blood.
Uh-huh.
It sounds to me like you're real good at denying yourself things. Well, I should be better at it. You know, Doc, a wise old vampire recently
I like the
told me
should
something
statements
I'm
because it's
about
pretty
to tell
obvious.
You keep talking about the things you should be doing. You, compadre, are shoulding all over yourself. Oh, well, that is vivid, isn't it? I can now add incontinence to my already considerable list of faults. I'm being serious. I'm listening to you tell me I should be doing this, and I shouldn't be doing that. But who gave you all them shoulds and shouldn'ts? I don't know. It shouldn't matter, should it? I've been dead for over 400 years. It's the oldest stuff that sticks with us, amigo. We all got traumas.
Real.
Heck, we're dead, man. That's traumatic no matter what. What we gotta start with is you. You've been through a lot. Don't rope yourself up so tight. Listen, we're doing good work already, I know it. Now, let's not push too hard. I would really like you to think about where all them shoulds are coming from before we meet again.
Okay, our time is up.
And be good to yourself, all right, partner? Don't feel like you got... Yes, well, all the same, I'd rather not do it at all. Is that actually gonna happen, though? It might. You're dipping into it tonight, aren't you? I was thinking about it. All right, partner. Just give yourself a little compassion. I'll admit, you've given me some things to think about. Not
Much to
pleasant.
think about.
You can handle it, partner. You're way smarter than I am. Yes, well, that is certainly true.
Okay, dick.
I shall do some reflecting, inasmuch as our kind can reflect. I shall see you in precisely 4 weeks, then. Farewell, Sam.
Okay. Nice. He's gonna come back.
Samuel.
First Blood Part 2. Completed your first client session. Let's go.
Well, that was a hell of a rush. That fella's holding on tighter than a holster to a gunslinger's hip. It felt real good to help him look at himself a little more kindly.
Good, Samuel. Treasure this feeling. But also rest. Go downstairs. Next week you shall see a new client. I bid you good evening.
You too, Andy.
Rest in
Guess
peace.
it's time I got me some grub.
Okay, we are doing it. Aha! Got him. I like it. Okay, we're back. We're back down in the club.
That's it, I guess. My first client.
That's how I dance in the club.
Doing this therapy stuff sure could use a
Because
drink.
I surely do go clubbing. Actually, would enjoy it. I do like dancing. What's up, Crimson?
It isn't Yosemite Sam. How you doing tonight, partner?
Partner.
Better already, hearing from someone from the States who knows the lingo.
I'm not from any states, cowpoke. District of Columbia girl here.
Okay, DC girly.
I figured you must have been coastal. You sound a little more polished than I do.
You should hear my German.
Maybe some other time.
He said, no, I don't want to hear German.
I had my first therapy session with a real client.
Oh yeah? How do you think it went?
Pretty great, I'd
I
say.
reckon it was a bullseye on my end. You should have seen me. Labeling, blam, disqualifying the positive, kapow.
I'm glad to hear it. Someone has got to sort these vamps out. They know how to.
You ain't kidding. Living or dead, once people hit 70, they get pretty dang set in their ways.
Oh,
You know Andy still uses a typewriter? I can't get that gorgeous man to see the light. Keep it up, cowboy. You're a breath of fresh air for these.
Anyone ever tell you you're wise beyond your years, Crimson?
aw.
You must have had some life.
Afraid I'm exactly as wise as my years. How old do you think I am, cowboy?
She's a human, right? I'm not falling for it.
I'm gonna do the gentlemanly thing.
You would have gotten it wrong anyway. I'm 50 years young.
You're 50?
I died around that age and I look like
Oh
shit.
my god.
But you ain't a vampire.
Like I told you, I'm Andy's blood partner. He shares his blood with me too.
Ah, wow.
Just not enough to turn me into one of you. I've been 30 for a good while now.
I'm 50? You're like her, actually. Wow. That should be me! I'm so jealous of this woman!
But you ain't joining our team? Sounds like a story.
Not for tonight, buckaroo. I bet you're thirsty. Andy told me to give this to you.
Blood
Oh, yeah,
acquired?
what is it?
We had a group of Americans come in last week who donated their blood. Andy can't stand the stuff. He says the blood glucose levels are too high.
He said,
but
Americans,
he thought you'd
guys got
appreciate
too
it.
much sugar in you. And he's right.
Oh, it ain't so bad. I gotta ask though, what does Andy's blood taste like?
To me, it tastes like life itself, cowboy.
No, it doesn't. It tastes like iron.
I ain't sure I understand.
Never you mind. Look, Tex, I've got some customers to
Go enjoy your
Of
juice.
course. I'm keen to get some rest anyway. You have yourself a fine night, Crimson.
I'm really digging the music.
There he is.
Checkpoint saved.
Incredible protege.
Come on now, I have no idea.
Evidence stands against that reasoning, my friend. Do we need to talk about disqualifying the positive again?
All right, I get it. I guess I've been muddling through okay.
You've been doing wonderfully. I hope you are ready for a bit of a challenge. Your next client has been known to be...
Okay, give me the case file.
Look at her in...
Isabella Deste. Dang.
550!
Got some funny tasting hats.
Renaissance. Oh, she's gonna be Italian, I think. There's a key figure in the okay, yes. Italian Renaissance, funding the works of Leonardo da Vinci, Andrea Mantegna, Michelangelo. She received a humanist education and knows much about history, art, music, and philosophy. She comes from a highly aristocratic background and has endured considerable family issues. Oh no, she has family issues! She states that she's undergoing an existential immortality crisis, suggesting that her life and unlife have both been meaningless. Be exceedingly polite. Okay.
I think you should get along.
Walked right into that one.
Damn, called my hat silly.
Isabella is not your
Oh,
average
hell.
vampire. She was once the powerful matriarch of one of the most influential. She fraternized with popes and kings, and she also wielded great power over the art.
One of them highfalutin types, huh?
She is as human as any of us, Samuel.
If you say so.
Remember, you can always... But I hear the beating of elegant wings. Breathe. Oh, and do be polite.
Okay, let me see her.
Goodness.
Oh
So
god.
you are the new therapist Andromachos told me of. I was not expecting someone so...
Sam Walls at your service, ma'am.
You are a therapist.
Well,
Yes.
That's what I'm here for, ma'am.
Enough with this, ma'am. I'm not running a whorehouse.
Oh, that's
I'm
crazy.
Senora.
Oh god. Okay, I'm sorry, Senora. Senora. Oh god. Senora. Sonora.
All right, Senora.
Senora?
Oh god.
Must you assault my ears with your Neolithic grunting?
I'm doing the best I can.
Then speak properly. Signora.
Signora.
Signora. Signora.
Signora?
Porca miseria, this is not going to be easy, is it?
Therapy ain't never easy, Senora.
So, therapy is always easy then.
I said it ain't never easy, Senora.
It ain't never easy.
Is therapy easy or is it not?
No.
Oh, how are we to examine my inner demons of your own speech?
Oh
so
no.
You know what? Let's start over. Greetings and salutations, Senora. I am most honored to receive you in my humble office.
Very well. I suppose it will do.
I'm just here to help, Senora. It says here on your
A tough time. Indeed, yes, it has been a tough time. The realization that not only am I a corpse, but that I have been a useless corpse for nearly 4...
So what's set off this feeling that you're a corpse?
I saw a film at the cinema.
Hey, I love the cinema.
Bond with her over movies? Probably. Let's do movies.
Well, not many of our kind are movie buffs. What are some of your favorite films?
I would hesitate to say favorite, but there are some for instance, Beneath the Velvet Dusk or In Search of Sadness are engaging.
I have not heard of
explorations
any of
immortal
these, but I'm also
condition.
not a cinephile.
Oh, I ain't heard of them.
Okay.
Ever seen The Three Stooges?
Real.
Utter vulgarity. I do not waste my time with such nonsense. Alas, these Stooges 3 would be preferable to the abomination I saw at the cinema that made me... It was a most terrible film. One that shook me to my core.
What did she watch?
Well, movies can be pretty powerful. Heck, I remember seeing one of the first films. There was a train coming right for the audience. We thought...
This film was not powerful. It was meaningless. It said nothing. Did nothing. Less than nothing. As loudly and the audience, fools that they were.
What movie was it? Was it Nosferatu?
Applauded this
Michael Bolton is a
expression
cinephile.
of the mind. I hate this film with all
Who is
my
Michael
being,
Bolton?
for it has done the
Oh, Celeste.
cruelest thing.
Celeste is in the
It has
background.
revealed the dark truth. This life that I cling to.
Dang, what the heck was this movie?
Space Wars. Rise of the Space Walker.
Okay, Star Wars reference. Star Wars Outlaw reference?
Well, wait a minute. Space Wars, the big
That's
science
so
fiction
funny.
franchise?
Yes, I believe it is important to understand modern media diet.
But that's the movie that gave you...
Mind your tone. Do not think me a fool. But the money it made, it would make this stinking. You see, I understand now. My attempts to infuse art with meaning.
That's
were
labeling.
pointless. All that I am.
Fuck.
For such a complicated woman, the answers are overly simple for Signor.
You see, I understand now. My attempts to infuse art with meaning were pointless.
Okay, just...
All that I am, all that I ever was, is dead.
Okay, so she's not labeling herself, it's just dead. It's not a should statement. Is it this? God damn it.
For such a complicated...
Is it disqualifying the
I understand.
God damn it.
For such a complicated...
You see,
You don't seem that
Jesus
sure
Christ,
to
it's
me.
always
We're having
Nosferatu
this
thinking.
conversation, ain't we? You ain't just lying there decomposing.
He's a singer, but the island of us no fame. Oh, wait. I remember that song. Wait, I remember that. Okay. That's funny. Oh, I miss the Lonely Island. I used to listen to them a lot. Dang.
it is no different. I might as well be rotting in the
I
ground.
threw it on the ground. It's a good one.
I think you might get pretty.
Are you getting smart with me, boy?
Look, I'm just talking facts. If you're saying all you are is dead,
Black and
you
white.
might be
God
doing
damn it.
those for out too thinking. It ain't black and white. You're here.
John LeJoe. John LeJoe? I don't know if I know that one. Hi, Hannah, how are you? Thank you so much for the lurk. Let me give you a shout out. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Please rest. Hina is a really sweet, true variety streamer. She does so much. She's great. Please check her out if you haven't already. We love her
But
here.
let's go back to what you were saying.
Once, I elevated art, and all the world benefited. Why have I lost my power to elevate art now?
He was one of the OG humors. Oh, I see. Yeah, Hina, you might like this. I know you talk about like mental health and stuff with your community sometimes, and this game is literally called Vampire Therapist, and you learn about like actual real life psychology and like therapy stuff. It's pretty fun. It's pretty cute. I also love vampires, so it's like really up my alley. And then like here, like I'm trying to learn which statement like falls under here, you know? I'm good. Yeah, of course. Have a good day, friend. I feel like it's a control fallacy.
All the world
Ah,
benefits.
yes!
There's a lot of people, and
Yippee!
they got a lot of different preferences. You can't get them.
But I could, once upon a time.
You can't reach everybody, Senora. I hadn't even heard of the Mona Lisa.
Did you have any schooling whatsoever?
No.
No, I didn't. But I don't think anyone in my time knew about the Mona Lisa either.
Oh, how wonderful. You add to my despair.
She said, what the fuck?
I'm saying you can't reach everyone, even in your own time.
She just wants to be an influential, powerful lady, and I get that.
That is true. I doubt the rabble had much of an opinion about this so-called...
We only know what we know. But you...
It was all for nothing. What good was guiding Da Vinci when they sell the Mona Lisa on beer coasters?
This one maybe?
Come on.
Aha, yes.
Just because the Mona Lisa's been on a coaster doesn't... I think you might be downplaying just what...
The world needs no help from me to reduce my life's efforts to cheap commodities.
So just because something gets printed on a t-shirt, that...
Yes, that is exactly what it does.
Isabella,
I was gonna
no.
It should not be so. Art should have meaning. But
Should statement
Saying
probably.
art should have
Okay.
meaning and purpose.
I like those. Those are
But
pretty
does all
simple.
art need those...
what is the purpose of...
How about if I just like doodling? Ain't that a good enough reason to draw?
You should like it because it makes you happy.
It is a pointless reason.
Or maybe I want to do something pointless. All I'm saying is that I don't have the same shoulds you do.
Perhaps you should...
But I don't. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do.
Which is a speak like a peasant.
Heck, that's what I am, Senora. Ain't nothing gonna change that reality.
I am a
But
peasant.
let's get back to what you were saying.
But it seems I am just a dead woman. A walking corpse who is not worth listening.
I should walk into the
I
sun.
should walk into the sun.
She's probably labeling
Now,
herself.
why do you
Yeah.
gotta go and call yourself names?
They are not names, they are my reality. I am a dead woman, and I am a corpse.
Is that all you are?
This is how I am defined by the world.
How about yourself?
Seems to me you're the one using them names. Hell, I think I'd be a little afraid of calling you a
As you should be. Allow you know, you make me sound rather mad. Like an old woman railing at...
Look, Senora, all I'm trying to do is show you where you're a little rigid in your thing. You're expecting a lot from the world and a lot from yourself. It ain't no surprise that you're gonna be disappointed over...
I suppose that is some insight. Indeed, I have been in a
Oh,
state of
no.
disappointment from
Since she
the
was
moment I
16?
16.
That's
what
kinda
happened
crazy.
when you were 16?
I got...
Oh, she was
I
married.
think I get it.
Oh,
You
yikes.
absolutely do not get it.
Man, male.
Well then, help me understand.
Frankie, my husband,
Oh.
he taught me the meaning of
Oh,
disappointment.
Frankie.
He taught me the world was built upon lies. These
Oh.
things men proclaim as values. Truth, beauty, the spiritual. They were all fiction. But if men did not live according to principle, I would.
Ah,
And
I
it's
see.
simple. Yet, what a fool I have been to think humanity had...
So, What's this greater aim you're talking about?
I received a humanist education as a child. I was taught that the pathway to God was through rationality and a questioning mind, not slavish devotion to tradition.
Is what difficult? I made you smile. How are you doing? Hit me with it. Being so beautiful. You got me. You made me smile. Thank you. So kind of you. Hello, hello. Welcome in.
This world is not Eden.
We're playing Vampire Therapist. We're just doing a little self-care Sunday, you know? Just trying to better ourselves and better these vampires.
So you're talking about a literal
Very
pathway to
wholesome day
God.
we got going on. And now that you're here, it's even more wholesome.
No, fool.
Did I also feel very exhausted after every Baldur's Gate session? The game is so complex and decision.
To our natures, our true natures.
I don't know if I mean, I was tired because I always streamed it at night, but I liked it. I did overthink a lot of the like different decisions, but I think it was fine. I've also played it twice. So I think playing it the second time helped just because you're like, okay, I already know what would happen if I choose this. So you end up choosing something else just to see what it is. How can we better ourselves? Well, we have these 5 ways that these distortions, right? Being nudist? What? This is just trying to help us, you know, with a couple therapies. If you see yourself like doing this, if you catch yourself doing these things, you can be like, oh, hey, that's this, and I should be kinder to myself. I think that's the bottom line in this game and in therapy. Just got to be kind to yourself. Being Italian, let's say
What do
that.
you mean being Italian?
Madre de Dio, what are you talking about? What is an Italian?
You, Isabella.
I care nothing of nations and their petty squabbles. Like mortals, they die and...
Oh, sorry. I just figured on account of the accent and all.
What ex...
What accent? Real.
Talk to me about this pathway to God.
I reckon nothing. I've always known that we can find our way back to God by fulfilling our human potential to be the greatest souls possible.
I feel like that's a should statement. I don't know that we can find our way back to God by feeling. I feel like that's putting a lot of pressure.
It
No.
seems that godliness is a pure binary for our dear senor.
I reckon...
So what happens
God
if we
damn
don't
it.
become the greatest souls possible?
Then godliness is denied to us.
Oh.
So either we ascend or we're...
I am glad to hear you are not as foolish
Okay,
as
so
you
it's
look.
all or nothing type thing.
Well, let's be honest, senor. Plain folks like me ain't got aspirations of being as good as Jesus Christ. Ain't he supposed to be a forgiving sort anyway?
Jesus
Well, let's just
Christ.
get back to what you were saying.
I have always known we must master ourselves and our baser instincts. Virtue must triumph over vice.
That's kind of Catholic to BH. She's Italian. I'm pretty sure the Italians are Catholic. Right? Yeah, if she... The Vatican is in Italy, so I'm pretty sure she's Catholic. This one?
You've been around a while.
Yeah.
senor. In all that time, when have we mastered ourselves and our
Yes, we
baser
are.
instincts?
Italian spotted! Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo.
Not a single day. Men especially have no bottom to their depravity.
She hates men.
All right, fair enough.
She said,
So us
okay,
fellas have
you're right.
disappointed you every day for a few hundred years, right?
Oh no.
That proof that nothing you do is gonna change that.
An evil thought, Mr. Sam Walls, but true, I concede.
We're in agreement then. It's a little bit of a control
Hero.
fallacy. Do you think that's
Okay.
gonna change because of
The
you?
puppy's still in my lap.
Well, let's
He
keep
hasn't
going.
left this entire stream. He's just been in my
I have
lap.
always known that the earthly lives we lead are disgusting, and only war and death can come of them.
The world is very dark to our dear senora, is it not, Samuel? I did not know my own life was so devoid of meaning.
Is it
I
just...
have always known that the earthly lives we lead are disgusting, and only war and death can come of them.
It's pretty black and white, I guess.
Hold
Yeah.
up just a sec there, cowpoke. You really think all we
Cowpoke.
can do is...
I do not poke cows.
Come on, Senora. You've been alive to see what? 15, 20 billion people live and die?
A lot of people.
You really saying death and destruction is all each and every one of them ever amounted to?
Well, perhaps not individually, but as an immortal, I look at the great.
Well, most of us ain't looking to contribute to the greater arc of history, but that don't mean life's pointless. That's some Nosferatu thinking, I'll tell you what.
I'll
But let's
tell you
continue.
what.
I have always known the people have become fat and lazy, and living within the Garden of Eden is impossible in such a state.
Fuck is this? What is this? I don't know. Is she labeling people as fat? Okay.
Sounds to me like you're coming up with labels for kicking people out of the Garden of Eden. Is that all we amount to? Fat and lazy?
Look around your own country, boy. Look at me.
Oh
My
no!
disgusting rolls and saggy features. Would you let me into the Garden of Eden?
Like it matters what you look like.
Well, sure, why the heck not?
I am glad you are not the gatekeeper then.
What the fuck? I'd let you in.
You rather have a gatekeeper who wouldn't let you in? Listen, Senora, you gotta go easy on... Well, let's keep talking though.
I have always known we should act with dignity if we would take our place at God's side once more.
Should.
I think this
Yes.
is the meat of it, Senora.
I fear your French is even worse than your Italian.
Filet mignon.
Here's the thing, Senora. Who came up with all them shoulds that'll take you to God?
Why, the greatest thinkers of history that I studied in my youth.
Plato?
Plato, Aristotle, Cicero.
I want to fight Plato personally.
Sounds like a bunch of dead guys to me. They really had it all figured out way back when, huh?
Well, of course not. How foolish do you think me?
Not at all, Senora. Just questioning where all them shoulds are coming
Why
from.
do we want to fight
But
Plato?
let's keep going.
Because I had to study his shit in college. I was like, God damn it, man. Shut up. Stop talking.
So you think you are so very clever, do you, boy? That by pointing
was
out
fun.
my distortions, you have won.
I have. I wrote a big essay on, what was it, like the fucking forms that he was preaching about. Plato's Republic is so silly. He said, we will have a utopia if we just have only philosophers ruling the country. Or ruling the city, obviously. You're telling me that you just want a whole bunch of men to yap at each other and that's your utopia? We have that. Everywhere.
That is where you are truly the fool.
But philosophy is interesting, I
I
suppose.
That I have been chasing an impossible fiction all my life.
But I was also just pissed off that I had to write an essay about the forms. I think to get to the word count, I literally wrote about counting apples in my essay. And my teacher, my professor, loved it. She's like, wow, this is really good. You really explained to me what these things are. And I was like, yep. Please just let me pass. I got an A in the class. That's not what Public said.
Once we reach the end, we would
Is
discover
Plato's
that
Republic
freedom
not
was a
him,
work of
not
fiction.
philosophers ruling the city? I'm pretty sure he was saying that. Isn't it
When I
Plato
say
that said that?
God, I mean goodness, propriety, intelligence. God himself is a lie.
I see.
Okay, now I want to look
Yes,
it up.
It has crumbled to dust, much like myself in this fat, wretched old body.
Ideal city-state. I'm pretty sure, because I remember our professor talking to us about that. Saying that that is what he wanted. And my professor, she had her doctorate's degree in philosophy. Maybe not the Republic itself, but like something. What is his ideal republic? hierarchical system of 3 classes: philosopher, philosopher kings, or guardians who make the decisions. So yes, that is in Plato's Republic. Like, there were 3 classes, but the top class would be philosophers, and they make all the ruling class decisions, and that's what I remember from that. Read the next 3. Soldiers or auxiliaries who protect the society. And producers who create goods and do other work. So that's there are 3 different classes. But I feel like philosopher kings are at the top, no? Or are they just all at the same level and you just call someone a king and the other people are just there? Yeah, so you have your producers, auxiliaries, guardians who keep order. So they were at the top.
Beauty and truth are lies.
Can we all usually yap
Ideas
more during
developed
these
by
hard
ugly
times?
men to justify their
Because people
existence.
just act and don't think. I think if you're having a civil conversation, yeah.
While we occupy ourselves chasing those ideals, they create space wars. And to think, they call me judgmental, while they created the false ideal to judge against. You don't think I'm judgmental, do you, boy?
I would. Besides, I ain't gonna call you names. In fact, that's Senora. I think the person you're judging more than anyone is yourself. I know you got raised with all them high ideals, so of course you're getting disappointed when nobody can reach them.
He made a mention on how philosopher kings were one of the fallacy governments in his 6th book in Republic. In his... How many fucking books did he write? It was a critique of aristocracies. Ah, so how many things did he fucking write? Were they all within the same thing? Saying it was an ideal but hasn't been achieved. Well, yes, I know that. Because that's why he was writing about it, because he was like, this would be great. But we haven't had
That's
this.
some heavy pressure, not just on them, but on yourself. I'd ask yourself what all that pressure's doing for you. Is it bringing you any satisfaction? We can't always control what things are gonna be.
This is not acceptable.
Okay, what the fuck? What am I supposed to do with this statement?
I got some bad news for
Okay.
you, Senora. None of us really has the power to change the world on our own. I suggest we start working on ways of helping you find a way to accept the world for what it is.
But the world is base and unworthy.
Remember that term I told you about? Nosferatu thinking? The world's a lot more than just basing on...
Nosferatu thinking.
Well, that's why you're here, ain't I ain't gonna help you change the world, Senora. All I can do is help you find some...
I suppose there is a certain simpleton's wisdom in the way you speak.
All she does is insult us.
I guess.
Very well, boy. I will consider what you have said.
Nice, she's coming back.
Yes, indeed, Senora.
Ugh. Please learn to speak.
Well done, Samuel. I believe you handled Senora d'Este quite well.
You
I love
kidding?
him.
That lady straight up hates my...
Samuel, if Isabella d'Este hated your guts,
That I believe.
older we get, the harder it is to gain a different perspective. Have patience. We are not...
Guess it's just that simpleton.
Do not adopt her labels, Samuel. I will not stand for it. I know she was a challenge, but you rolled... I think you deserve a night of hard drinking.
Oh, we
You
get to...
don't need it.
Okay.
All right, Andy.
Indeed, Samuel. Rest in peace.
Did we get to go to the club? Did we go clubbing? Yes!
Dang, I think that's enough abuse for one night. I could use a drink.
Hey, cowboy. Why the...
I used to say the same thing to my princess.
Your daughter...
My horse, actually.
Oh.
She never really understood the joke, but I still like telling it to her.
Aww.
You didn't answer my question, Gunslinger. What's got you down?
Oh, I just finished up with my second client. She gave me a tongue lashing to remember her by. You ever talk to someone who's so educated and refined that they make you feel like a space alien?
Only everyone I ever met in law school. At least
She went to
some
law
learned to
school?
speak their language.
Dude, this woman's incredible.
You're a lawyer.
Was, and no, I wasn't the blood-sucking kind, before you start with the vampire jokes. Just
LOL.
a wide-eyed DC do-gooder. But I get what you're talking about. People can use language like a membership card. You don't speak the lingo, you don't get in.
Well, that's just what I mean. I just ain't sure I've got the lingo for a 500-year-old high society
That's
Renaissance
quite the
woman.
barrier, I would say.
Well, how do you think your session went? Think she heard you?
Sure.
Well, she did say that I'd given her some stuff to think about.
She went to law school and has to work as a bartender. Actually, no. She is the blood partner to the big man who owns this, and he's a vampire. She's living her best life. I'm actually very jealous of her. She's dating a really handsome, rich vampire, and she's actually 50 years old, but he keeps her young because he's sharing his blood with her.
So what?
I wish that
If
were
she
me.
Heard you? I'd take the W, cowboy.
Take the W.
The win, Gramps. Maybe she isn't gonna relate to you, but that doesn't mean she can't hear you.
You're probably right. I guess I'll take the W.
She doesn't have to work a day in her
While you're at
life.
it, I'll take some B too. That's blood, see?
What are you in the mood for? Men? Women?
Vampire's
Something
age.
A little more off the beaten path?
Well, I mean, well, she's not a vampire. She's a person. She's like a normal human. He's 300 years old. The other vampire is 1,000. Vampires don't age, but they live that long, you know? They still have a lifespan
I think I'll have some takeaway tonight. What do
in
you
this
got?
game.
Here, try this.
And
She'll
I
put
guess
some
in
color
every
your
vampire
cheeks.
lore ever.
You really ain't squeamish, huh, Crims?
Nah, healthy blood never hurt anyone. I've been hanging around vampires for 20...
Not even.
What, that old pointy-eared teddy bear?
Aww.
He's a total sweetheart.
What does he do then?
They get a stern warning.
And if they don't listen?
Why, then he eats them.
As he should.
Maybe he is a teddy bear. I met Teddy Roosevelt back in the night, and I'm pretty sure he would have done the same thing. Speaking of which, I got a thirst something fierce. I think I'll head back to my coffin for a little rest.
You too, Sam. Don't let the Draculas bite.
Time to crack open a warm one.
Hmm.
That's the good stuff. Now, maybe I can find a quote from one of my favorite books or I could watch the Three Stooges hit each other a whole bunch. Or
Turn
I
it
could just
on.
go to sleep. What's it gonna be, Sammy boy?
Read some Thoreau. Watch the Three Stooges or sleep. What do we want to do? Thoreau's the guy with the fucking cabin on the lake, right? Let's do that.
My profession is
Walden.
to be
Oh,
always
there you
on
go.
the alert, to find God in nature, to know his lurking places.
That is him.
I always like that quote. I ain't a God-fearing kind, but it's true. There's a natural beauty behind the man-made world. Isabella D'Este's all culture and breeding, but underneath, she's got her vulnerable and beautiful humanity too.
Aw.
I just gotta remember that. All right, that's enough for one night. Time for some rest. I hope my next client will be a little easier.
If I don't see him, he vaguely sounds like Artie, from the curio shop from Webkins.
Samuel, good
I
evening.
don't know if anyone else hears that.
Glad to see you looking so fresh and
Uh-oh, something tells me I'm in for...
the truth is seldom. Tonight, you face perhaps one of the most difficult challenges a therapist can face.
Ooh.
In truth, I have failed to help clients with this particular disposition. Many
Hey, I'm new at this. You're nigh...
is not guaranteed that we can help every client. To think we are powerless to help any is a cognitive distortion itself. I believe you know it.
Oh, why did they change it up on me? What the hell?
Yeah, all right, control fallacy, I
They
know.
they shoveled it.
That's right. Here, take
Theater feller, huh?
He's 237.
I've known a few of them in my time. They
Oh,
can be a little, self-absorbed.
Edmund Keane. He's British. Highly influential Shakespearean actor. Okay. He lived a tumultuous life on stage, dealing with alcoholism, sex scandals, and entitled behavior. He wishes to return to the stage, but expresses great anger at critics who might review him poorly. I see.
He's looking
Okay.
for therapy because people...
He is one of the most revered actors in all of history.
So he might have a few cognitive...
A few. He may not recognize. He comes. Remember.
I hope I'm up to this.
All right.
What is this vampire I see before me?
I love it. I love the accent.
I'm Sam Walls. I'm your new therapist.
Your dress, your bearing, your hat. You also are forgotten by time. Oh,
Damn.
how fortuitous. A kindred spirit, perhaps. A therapist should know pain, I say. Most excellent.
Hello, Buddy Devil. Feel free to enter the giveaway. It's for a 3D custom printed helmet on Instagram. You just follow all the things there. Enter to win for anyone else here.
Tarnation. Can't get a break with
I'm
this
hosting
here
it.
out of mind.
It should be live for the rest of the month, and I will be promoting it for the rest of the month.
No, no, it's perfect. Do not change a single thing. It gives me faith. Faith, my dear vampire, that you can help me.
I like Edmund. He's my favorite so far.
I'm gonna do everything I can. I promise you that, amigo.
Do not do so lightly. Darkness dwells within my damned soul. You journey into my pain at your peril, and I cannot be your Virgil.
You're who now? Anyway, you wrote in your intake form that you're here because... well, mortals don't appreciate...
Indeed, and I fear they cannot. Oh, they must die to appreciate life. As mortals, what is life for us who do not live? Why are we here?
He
Why do we
would
continue?
kill his
What do we do
Shakespearean
when
roles,
death
I'm sure.
has no meaning. And what a piece of work is vampire. How noble in stature, how infinite in life.
The VA had so much fun with this. You can tell. Indulge him.
In form and moving, how express and admirable. In action, how like a demon. In apprehension, how like a bat.
Yes, sir.
The beauty of the night.
How long does
And
he
yet,
go?
to me,
Do we just
you
keep
are
indulging him for the entire session?
dust.
All right, that's enough of that. Before we... well, that is, what exactly drove...
Oh, that. Well, a pustule of a theatre historian I recently seduced and killed sprang the seeds of doubt in mine corpus.
Why did you kill them?
He was writing a biography of the great Edmund Kean, and I
Oh,
thought
no.
mayhap that I would favor him with the... He said my acting style would now be considered archaic.
Yes, because you lived almost 300 years
Though
ago.
I drank him to the last, I fear his cruel barb was sharper than my fangs. This embossed carbuncle of corrupted blood caused me to doubt myself.
Oh,
Are
well.
all men such fools? Will I ever find my audience again? Or did they die long, long ago? Help me purge these mortal concerns from my mind, dear man.
We're always gonna have doubts, compadre. That's normal.
What, does he sound like
But I think
Plankton?
I can
Oh
handle some
no,
things a little
does he? You just ruin him for me. Let me hear.
So, he said your acting's out of date.
Because it's simply not possible. Acting became a noble craft entirely because of me. In truth,
I don't hear
I
it.
am perfect.
Maybe it's like the echo, like the vibrato in his voice, I guess, but not really. Maybe he's labeling himself as perfect. No?
Edmund states that he is perfect, even in the most generous evaluation.
It's not possible.
It's simply not possible. Acting became a noble craft entirely because of me.
Plankton, the newsfish guy.
I am perfect.
The newsfish guy. That, yeah, I think more like the newsfish one. That's funny. Oh, fucking,
Hold on,
Yeah.
partner. Acting became a noble. That's a lot of control overall.
Yes, impressive, isn't it? So long as men can breathe or eyes can see, so lives mine art, and this
Mine art.
gives life to thee.
Well, those are some pretty words. You make that up yourself?
It is the bard himself, boor.
Well, maybe he had something to do with it.
just called us a boor. That's rude.
It ain't been just you.
Well, naturally. But Shakespeare's works are...
Compadre, I think you know he gave you a leg up in your career.
Oh, there are celebrated actors in these times, yes. But any success they have is due to my beating the path for them to follow.
This is a special client. Remember that his distortions can be about others.
Oh.
Oh, there
Okay.
are celebrated actors in these times, yes. But any success they have is due...
Oh, wait a minute. You're
I
saying
see,
that
I see.
every actor's success...
Of course. Even the greatest among my art would have been consigned to obscurity had it not...
Every single one of them ain't had nothing of their own to give to the theater?
Well, I suppose.
Well, don't you think they deserve their...
I suppose more.
Oh, I
Their
suppose.
15 minutes of fame. One must have some pity for them. But the actors of modern times, They are shallow, beggarly parrots. Parrots who screech the lines, but do they know them? Do they feel as we feel?
So you're saying modern actors are parrots?
Indeed. They are only mimics, and thus no better than a well-trained bird.
No.
You don't think they're actually birds, do you?
My dear boy, they live such
Hi.
short lives.
What's he
What else
doing?
can they do but
Oh,
ape the words
tired
and actions of their
boy.
forebears?
But when you call them birds, you're just labeling them that. You ain't.
Oh, come now. I was clearly employing a little dramatic license.
But we're here to talk about truth, right, compadre?
It is my
Padre.
gentle direction that takes the craft to higher echelons, and mine alone. Acting does not evolve without me.
Listen carefully. Edmund is assigning a...
It is my...
You're saying only you.
Every
can
time I
take
get these
course
two
of
mixed
acting?
up. Every time.
It is...
But there's so many types of acting out there. I mean, I remember when vaudeville came out, but I don't think you had anything to.
Vaudeville? Oh, like so many American arts. And
What is
arts of the
vaudeville?
grotesque. You
know what that is?
plunge a dagger into the heart of...
So you didn't have nothing to do with vaudeville?
Oh, devils below, no.
I mean, you got a little control fallacy, hombre. Mortals got wills of their own.
Indeed. I suppose I don't
That was a
want
crazy way to say
responsibilities
that.
The Americans create anyway. These critics should honor me as is my due.
Should.
But you're saying critics should honor you. Oh,
Then they are not doing their jobs properly. I do not ask for their laudations without cause. But if a so-called critic does not recognize my contributions to the theater, what do they know of the
maybe they just got different taste.
uneducated taste, perhaps?
If they are just uneducated, why should they appreciate you?
An interesting point.
Good point.
I suppose I cannot blame them. Thou fiend! You are cruel indeed to beat a man when he is at his most vulnerable. I am here so you may help me cope with a world that has gone mad. Not so you might attack my every word.
I'm doing no such thing. All I'm doing is pointing out your reality. If
Hope.
we're gonna cope, we gotta be
Hopium.
honest about the world.
And I say that you are a villain. I come to you in desperate need, and you respond by mocking my desperation. Why would you do this to me? Do you not know what pain I am experiencing? Do you not know? Art thou a therapist or a murderer? That would discover the ring.
Yeah, I'm
Do
gonna.
you
What?
want me to commit suicide?
Oh no. No, don't do
I'm
that.
sorry, I wasn't trying
Oh
to
no,
hurt you.
no.
I want to help everyone who comes to me.
Samuel, a moment, please.
Andy, I got a real problem here. I think I'm not cut out for.
First of all, should statement. You will do what you will do, and that is all, Samuel. But look at the candles. What do you see?
The candle.
Look at the flames.
What does that mean?
Wait a minute. They're getting higher, ain't they? What the heck?
Your client is very powerful. He has his own unique skills
Oh,
earned through
what
the
is
ages.
he? Does he control fire?
His skill in gaslighting is so intense that it affects the world around
He's a
him.
gaslighter. Oh my god. I mean, he is obviously, but like, they have gaslighting in this game. That's
He is
crazy.
altering reality to fit his
Do they have girl
distortion.
boss and gatekeeping?
Be watchful, Samuel. Do not let
Oh, the lady before talked about gatekeeping, but literally.
How do I stop it?
Get out of here, Lindgren.
Be persistent, and above all, be honest. He does not control your reality.
I await your apology, sir.
I don't have anything to apologize for.
I don't have anything to apologize for. All I did was point out some truths in the things you were saying. Now, if that makes you angry, fella, I don't know what to tell you.
We have to gaslight him back.
You wound me, but I am strong.
Just kidding, we're not
I
gaslighting. We're
persist.
actually telling the truth.
I fight. I know my worth, sir. I have fought and died. I shall take my business elsewhere, and vampire society shall hear of your...
Stop him, Samuel. It is not anger, but fear that drives him. Show him he has nothing to fear from you.
Now, I wasn't trying to rile you up none.
Yet I bared my undead soul to you, and you treated me like a pincushion with your sharp pricks.
Pricks ain't got nothing to do with this, Edmund.
And now you seek to proposition me? Of course, it always goes like this. To you I am a void, nay, a whore, to use as you please. Well, you are all alike, I say. Go on then, use me.
You are losing him, Samuel. It is time to. You are not just a therapist, and you are not just a vampire. He is afraid, but you will conquer his fear.
Easy boy.
Easy, boy, easy.
I just treated him like a horse.
I shall not go easy. I shall not.
Ain't nobody gonna hurt you. There's a good vampire.
Victim complex. That, yeah.
A good vampire? What on hell?
You just hit him with a good boy. And then that's it. That's all.
You're safe
He's
now.
done with.
Ain't nobody here to hurt you or make you feel bad.
There. He just needs a hug.
But
I'm your buddy. That's us. We're just buddies, ain't we?
He's treating him like a dog.
buddies? Yes. A friend.
Oh, he just wants a
A
friend.
friend. A friend who wishes to help me.
You feeling better there, compadre?
I must confess that I am. Though I scarcely am.
Hey, well, that's just great.
Yes. Yes, I do believe you. After all, your profession is in many ways similar to acting.
Is it?
It is no wonder that we find.
How is therapy
ground.
similar to acting?
How is therapy like acting?
Yeah, what the heck?
It is the exploration of the
Oh,
soul.
okay.
Is it
Sure,
not?
I guess so.
A journey into pain and truth. We see those pains and truths and reflect them onto the cruel world.
I ain't sure I quite see it like that, but it's true that reflecting is important. Kind of funny when we can't look in a mirror, huh?
One of death's cruel ironies. Thus must we see our reflections in the
You
mortal.
care a lot about what the mortals think about you.
Of course I do. Why
No.
should I give a fig about what we dusty old folk think, eh? Most of us are stuck in our relative pasts, if you'll pardon the offense.
Edmund is a pro yapper. He's an actor. This man just
But all
yaps.
them folks die. You're what, 300 years old?
Anything exploring the soul of the world.
Don't remind me.
That is true.
Yes,
He's
they
just
die,
trying to
but I
make
cannot.
connect the
I
dots.
must not.
Would you say that
I
shitting
do
is
not
exploring the
exist in
soul
their
of the
hearts.
world?
There is only the purgatory of oblivion.
You cannot, you must not. You're talking like there's only one future.
What's he eating, Zero? What are you
For
sniffing?
me, there is only one future, save oblivion.
Come on now, that's a little extreme.
Oh, come on now, partner.
'Tis not so. What else have I but the stage?
Well, that's a fine question. I'll tell you what, though, compadre, you are more than the stage. What if...
Perish the thought.
Perish the
with
thought.
all due enmity. Unlike some vampires, I am not some blood-guzzling parasite who will idly sit and wait as the world
Is
turns.
that labeling? Yeah,
you're
it
calling
is.
most of our kind parasites?
I am, for that is what we are. If we are nothing
Bad
else.
shit's soul in peril. Okay. Oh, I'll accept that.
All right, let's just forget the part where you're insulting other vampires, myself included.
Something is you're deeply troubled in your tummy, rumbly tummy.
If you say that you're a parasite if you don't do something, you're gonna
What's
be
up,
scared as
Zero?
hell of not doing that thing.
What's up, little guy? He's being so sweet.
As an immortal, I aim for loftier goals.
Can you hit those goals if you're busy being afraid of turning into a parasite?
Ah, but your humble speech does belie the true wisdom beneath.
Ah.
Indeed, cruel to myself. I died for the stage. So I should
Should
live
statement.
for the
Easy.
For this,
What was my death worth if the stage does not matter?
but it's only you who's saying your death ain't worth something. Your shoulds are fatal. Ain't that a lot of pressure?
Perhaps. Though one might argue that all great actors must be forged in fire.
But is acting really the most important thing in the world?
Absolutely.
Assume that you jest. Vampire society is of no use to me. We are so few, and I cannot have an adoring crowd without a crowd.
God damn it.
Edmund is being a little choosy with his audience.
Vampire society
Labeling
is of no
them?
use to me. We are
Edmund
If he's
is being a
choosy,
little choosy with
is it this?
Vampires
God
ain't
damn
got
it.
nothing to offer you.
nothing they can.
Vampires have a lot to give. We got time to understand things. Mortals just... I think you're disqualifying the positive things about us vampires.
Oh, perhaps. But an understanding of the stage is not one of them. You know, I see what you are doing. The motivations of man are well known to me through my art.
And what am I doing?
You are mocking me.
Oh, no.
undermining me, causing me to doubt myself. I know thy purpose, wretch. This therapy business is all a ruse. You would lay me low and claim dominion over me.
All I'm trying to do is help you, friend. Reality's a lot easier to deal with when you can accept it for what it is.
So, now you doubt my sanity? Is there no end to your japes and jabs? I shall not break. Oh, you shall see. The tides of cruel seas. I know thy game, trickster.
He do be yapping. Oh my.
In your debt. The more I doubt myself, the more you take from me. You think you are clever, but thy tongue outvenoms all the worms of the Nile. Well, what have you to say for yourself? Speak, that I might hear thy bile.
Tame him like a wild horse? That's kind of crazy. If I was a therapist to do that, I'd be like, alright. Like, clearly, you already have a preconceived notion of me. Why are you here? I'm not a trickster, dude. This one's kind of funny.
Edmund, I ain't no trickster. Heck, I ain't smart enough for that.
Thinkst thou that I would not see a honey trap laid before me?
Not the honey trap.
Yes, come, Edmund, into the spider's web. All is well.
Well, that's a hell of a leap, man. Edmund, I ain't doing this for a profit. I just want to help vampires like myself.
The man doth protest too much, methinks.
Methinks.
Thinkst thou that if thou wouldst pile lie upon lie,
Is there a right choice? I don't think so.
lie for me to see? Damnable wretch, mine.
It ain't like that.
No, I don't think so. I think you go through everything.
Easy there.
What?
I know you're upset and you're scared.
Maybe if I started with this one, because it seems like the horse-related ones really get to this man.
You want to hurt me?
I don't.
Good vampire. Ain't you sweet?
You just gotta treat him like an animal and he's fine.
You really don't want to hurt me? You'll keep me safe?
This man just needs a hug, dude.
We're safe. Ain't no place safer than right here.
Oh my
We're
god.
friends. That's right. You're my buddy now. Just my pal Eddie.
In truth, I am oft left bereft of friendship. Our kind can be difficult.
You mean vampires?
No, actors.
But real.
To sense one is not alone in all the world is a feeling to be cherished.
You ain't alone, I promise you. Whatever bad stuff we're living, someone else has lived it already.
'Tis so. Many geniuses were unappreciated in their time, with wonders of their craft consigned to history's dusty pages. Even the bard himself did struggle. Very
Common nocturnality. We all got the same needs, man. Blood, safety, and sex.
Whoa.
Indeed. I too am akin to the doomed Achilles, though my sore spot lies not so low, but twixt stem and stern.
Wow.
Ain't my place to comment.
He said, I'm not gonna say anything about that.
Oh, it seems the spot is no secret to you after all.
Maybe we can talk about that some more in your next session. I think you did pretty
Oh,
good.
we're gonna tackle his sex addiction in his next life.
Yes.
If you're here and wanting to get better, yeah, I'd say that makes you pretty good at therapy.
Well, one mustn't rest on one's laurels, must one?
That's right, Eddie. Okay, I'll see you in a few weeks then.
Aye, we shall vanquish my demons together. I cannot tarry. The stage awaits.
Dang, what the hell was that?
He said, dude, what the heck?
One of
Why
the
would you do
darker
that?
malignancies of the mind, dear Samuel.
You sure I'm
An
up to this?
actor.
You were masterful, Samuel. You were able to take your knowledge about cognitive distortions and turn their definitions outward. And we must speak about this equine ability of yours in your next session.
Oh, that. Yeah, I learned a lot about myself through my horse.
Save it for
LOL.
our next session. Rest, Samuel.
He said, do not talk to me
You
about it.
face
We're gonna talk about it
great
later.
danger.
Well, not sure I'd call them merry, but they know how to cook.
Good night, Samuel. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Okay, we're back in the club.
Well, that was one of the weirdest experiences of my life. I probably want to forget that. I should go talk to Crimson.
If it isn't Sammy the Kid, plop that butt down. Got a shot prepared for you.
I'm off the clock. Don't talk to me. I'm not getting paid for this.
Well, thanks, Crimson.
That's funny.
What is that? A Bloody Mary?
No, a Bloody Steve.
Real.
Of course it is. How's the crowd tonight?
You know, it's funny. They're a little on the weird side tonight. Must be a full moon.
What does that mean?
Oh, you ain't kidding. I just had my first therapy session with the strangest fella I ever met. The actor type. Used to be an international celebrity back when I was alive. Well, seems like fame's a nasty drug.
Like Andy says, people are people. Doesn't matter what era they're from. Feeling good about your session, though?
Yeah.
He was pretty confrontational, but he
I've
was
said all of my
honest
sessions have
himself,
gone
at
well.
least.
Because they have.
Andy says the real clients to worry about are the ones who've got nothing to say.
I get that. Being a human isn't easy. You gotta be pretty damn privileged to have no problems at all.
Well, this fella definitely has plenty of problems. I think he'll
He
be
was
keeping me
full of
busy.
problems.
It's a big world out there, cowboy. Full of vampires with no self-awareness.
Well, ain't that the truth? Well, here's to change then.
To change.
You, drinking Andy's blood there?
Andy's? Nuh-uh, this is a plain old mortal drink. You think anyone would want to drink that man's blood from a bottle when they can get it straight from the source?
Real.
I suppose they wouldn't.
I'm not proud to drink blood, Sam. Wouldn't be doing it out here.
I didn't mean to cause offense, ma'am.
Not your fault. I guess I shouldn't be offended.
Ooh. Oh, now we're doing therapy on her? Should statement.
Who's telling you that you shouldn't be offended, Crimson? I know this blood drinking stuff is complicated.
Damn right it is. Look, I have customers to deal with, but let me give you some advice, Buffalo Bill. No therapy in here.
Okay, fair enough. My bad. My fault, my
What
fault.
happens at Eminard happens with consent. Got it?
All right, that's fair, and my sincere apologies. It won't happen again.
That's right.
Oh, dang it. I've gone and made myself unwelcome. I better
Ah,
get out of
darn
Crimson's
it.
way.
Man.
You.
Who is this? Why does she have so many eyes?
Huh? Do I know you?
I know you. I've been watching you, vampire.
Oh, is this why the people have been weird tonight? Play along.
Yep, that's me, drinking blood to live.
Yes, you do. I saw you. I see everything. My name is Panoptibella.
Yeah, of course it is.
It means I see all, and I am beautiful.
Okay, love the
I
self-love.
saw you in the kink room with Reinhardt and Maxi,
Why did you see that?
and now I see that you are thirsty and would like to drink.
Yep, that is so.
Come, drink from my neck. I wish to see what it is like.
Okay, I guess we do. Raw.
Yes, I see now. That was very pleasant.
That moan caught me
Thank
off
you.
guard.
You will go to your coffin now to sleep.
Well, if you wanted to cuddle.
It is normal for vampires to enter a state of torpor after consuming the blood of another. I wish you an excellent torpor, vampire.
Dang, who did they get to voice act for this person?
Thanks, I guess. I guess I better get some shut-eye. This night has gone on long enough.
That was quite strange.
Good evening, Samuel. I hope you are feeling well rested.
Another
I
client.
have
How
a
many
client
clients
for you.
total do we have? Because we had to do like another session with these people.
Another one? I think my caseload's starting to get a little...
Worry not, my friend. I shall not unload all the world's cares onto you.
Okay, buddy.
I know how strongly this next client... She is a great deal older than most of the clients you've seen. And sometimes it took me far too long to do so.
she as old as you are?
Not nearly. Thus, she should be more ready for change than... Take a look at her intake form.
1,800 years old? Medbee. Female from the Bronze Age? Okay. An elder vampire like myself, Medi has lived mostly alone for the last 2 million. She's grown up among wanton violence between Irish clan warriors. Oh my gosh, she's gonna have an Irish accent. Oh, I'm excited. She now spends more of her time online, where she's become a streaming celebrity. I do not know what this means, but perhaps a younger vampire might. Real. She has expressed frustration at the increasing demands of her followers. Oh no.
Dang, she died young. Makes me wonder why I waited so long to kick the bucket.
Alas, death does not often allow us to have much...
Says here she doesn't leave home unless she has to.
Indeed, it is a puzzle, as elder vampires can often be.
I sure do hope I can help her.
You will do your best. I know.
Okay, old
Let's
streaming
give her some
vampire?
privacy.
Real?
She comes.
She comes.
Hello?
She does have an Irish accent. What a cutie. Oh my gosh, look at her. I like her eyes.
Hey there, how do I say your name? Is it, Medbee?
Mev is my real name. Medby's just my screen name. You can call me Medi if you like.
Wow.
Mighty fine meeting you, Mitty. I'm Sam.
Is that all you are?
I couldn't rightly say. I ain't no more or less than Sam.
You're cute, strange cowboy man.
I don't know that you should be calling your potential therapist cute, miss.
Not in a touching bodies way. I mean, you're more like a rabbit or a mouse.
I like her.
Oh, I want to dress you up in a little mouse onesie and watch you scurry about.
Oh,
You can keep your hat on and be a little cowboy mouse. Oh, I like that very much. I'd keep you in a little cage and give you lots of cheese and, of course, a wheel to run on. You can be my whiskery little pet.
Oh.
What is the matter, Samuel?
I think I'm out of my depth here, Chief. I ain't keen to be anyone's pet.
He's not into pet play.
Older vampires such as myself can sometimes be uncomfortable to be around. I believe this will be an excellent challenge in setting boundaries, Samuel. Explain to her.
Okay, we're setting boundaries.
You'll be modeling
Very
positive
important.
behavior and saving yourself a little trouble.
Yeah, just a little.
All the more reason to be clear and polite right now. Good luck, Samuel. I know
You look distracted, little mouse. Have you smelt a bit of cheese? Did your whiskers twitch?
All right, miss, before we keep going, I think we need to set a few boundaries.
I don't want to live in a cage. I don't want to wear a onesie.
First of all, I ain't gonna wear no onesie. I don't think I could find one that'd...
I could sew one for you. I would make the neck hole really big so that your funny hat would fit right through it.
Take the hat off my head.
Okay, well, maybe I wasn't being...
But it would make me happy.
Well, wouldn't make me happy, miss.
Fine.
Oh, she got angry. I don't want to live in a
This stuff
cage.
about putting me in a cage and making me your pet are things you should be doing with a blood partner. Besides, I make the rules about my own body. If I don't want something, you gotta respect it or find a new therapist.
You don't want me to do things to your body?
No, Maddie, I don't.
You cut that out. I'm serious now.
Very well. Be that way.
I don't eat. Well, I do eat cheese,
I
but
don't eat cheese, you know that. We only drink...
But a mouse who doesn't eat cheese is...
But I'm not a man.
Then why do you have twitchy whiskers?
I
real.
just like the way they look.
So do I. That's why I think...
Well, I ain't gonna...
You're very mean for a mouse.
I think that about covers it.
Very well. It's a little boring. People usually let me do what I want to do to them.
Well, this is less boring then. It's something...
I suppose you're right. It's very clever, strange cowboy man.
If it'll make you feel... But let's get to you and why you're here. Now, it said on your intake form that...
She's concerned about climate change? No.
You're overworked, it said. You're not my first client with that problem. Well,
I play video games.
Oh my god, this is so meta.
video games? Like Star Invaders?
No, silly. More like Overcharged 2 and Pension Impact.
Pension Impact is
More than
insane.
an RPG
Overcharged
girl.
2 is so funny.
I don't know what them things are. I kind of figured video games were just a fad, like collecting ferns was in my time.
Video games are lots of fun. There's even one where you get to play a cowboy.
Red
and
Redemption
kill
mentioned?
bunches and bunches of people. Then you get to pretend you feel bad about it. But after that, you kill even more people.
Soft spot for this man.
Shucks, that there might give me some flashbacks. But you're working...
He said, I will get
playing
PTSD
video
from the game.
games? How's that?
I stream on Glitch. I have millions and millions of followers there.
Okay, glitch streamer. Wow.
Wait just a gosh darn minute. People are paying to watch you pee?
Of course not.
Oh.
That sort of thing would be on my Only Zealots page.
Only Zealots is
If I could
funny.
be, which I can't, because I'm a vampire.
They don't pee or poo. Vampires don't pee or poo? They don't pee blood? Where does it go? They still have to digest the blood, right?
Alright, you gotta walk me through this.
What's streaming mean if it ain't peeing?
What's
Wait, that's
streaming
funny.
mean if it ain't peeing?
Streaming means to share your computer screen.
Like watching the cinema, only instead of people shooting each other, it's
Sort of. Mostly people just like to watch people shooting other people. Only it's little computer people that only look like people.
clear as mud. I got some more questions about that.
What's
funny
Only
thing.
Zealots?
What's Only Zealots?
That's a very special website where my very special followers get to see me do naughty things for money.
You've been around a long while. Do you need money?
No, of course not. But I do like having mortal blood bags who will do anything for
Real.
me. They're very useful.
This whole thing makes me feel old.
But you're only a baby vampire, strange cowboy man. I'm glad you're not the kind of baby who poops and pees, though.
Real.
That's quite icky.
I had some more questions. What's all this RPG?
Role-playing games and...
Kinda dark to be playing games about the first person you ever shot. That ain't
Oh
a good
no.
You're extra silly. It's a video game with a
The
first-person
video game?
perspective. I like the ones where there's lots and lots of blood.
Medi's kind of insane.
Are they still using corn syrup to look like blood?
They don't use corn syrup.
I'm glad I'm funny, I guess. Alright, I think I understand a little better.
Lots of things. They pay my rent for me.
Wow.
Buy clothes and gifts for me.
She's also living my dream. What the hell?
Dispose of all the bodies.
Oh.
And they let me kill them too. They're all so eager to die.
Never mind. Never
Poor
mind.
little lambs.
This is not what I want.
They're like servants?
Servants, little sheep, whatever you'd like to call them.
And they're willing to just up and die for you.
That's
Oh,
insane.
naturally. Sometimes all I have to do is smile for them. They find it enchanting. And they quite like my breasts and vulva.
Oh, I see.
Oh my god.
Does it make you uncomfortable to hear me say breasts and vulva?
I reckon I just wasn't expecting that level of candidness.
Breasts, vulva.
She'd be saying it.
Come on now.
Oh, but it's so much fun to watch your little whiskers twitch.
Medi's kind of... She out there.
So, these followers of yours do a lot of work for you, huh?
But I have almost 100 million little sheep. It's rather difficult to manage them all and keep them happy.
100 million? Oh my god.
Why do you need to keep so many servants happy?
I need my sheep. If I don't have them, I'll have nothing.
It's very...
Is it really true that if you don't have your followers, you won't have anything? Eh?
Suppose I enjoy reading and video games. And I can do those things.
Medi's
alone.
giving Predator. She's giving bad Twitch stream. Sorry, bad glitch streamer.
There's also playing games with my body.
She's insane.
Oh, yep, there's that.
He said, oh god, okay, oh god.
Which Americans don't do. You like to shoot people instead.
Oh no.
Bang, pow, ugh.
That ain't always true. But let's get back to what you were saying.
Mostly, but not always.
If I don't make them all happy, they'll turn against me.
Don't think that's true.
Oh, wait a minute. That's one of them double control fallacies.
Not the double.
A control fallacy? What is that, manling?
Manling is insane. I like that.
It's the idea that you either have complete control over something or no control over something. The idea that you can make everyone happy is something that ain't in anyone's power. And assuming you have no control and they'll all turn against you ain't true either.
That is true, I suppose. I can do things you couldn't dream of. But I won't show them to you because
What does that
you're
mean?
That is much appreciated, miss.
Please do not
Now
show
about
me.
the stuff
Please
you
don't
were
show me.
saying.
all I'll be is the lonely, crazy girl with a flat full of stinky corpses.
That's pretty gross.
Ease
That's
off
pretty
them
gross.
labeling terms. Don't go calling yourself crazy.
But you do have a stinky apartment. You should clean that.
But I am crazy. And I know how strange I sound to these short-lived creatures.
Is you're Irish?
I reckon I might sound the same if I were around as long as you and seen some of the stuff you've seen. Besides, crazy ain't got any kind of real meaning. What's sane? You've been around a while, you know them definitions change all the time.
I suppose that's true. Don't think any of us are really sane.
I think that's a heck of a lot closer to the truth.
I just want to look at my body parts anyway.
Aw.
Don't have much else to share, it seems.
Come on now, you've been around for nearly 2,000 years. How in the heck could you have nothing? I'm sure you could tell me all sorts of things about history and the places you've been to and the things you've done.
If I talk about things I like, my followers abandon me. Fickle
Aw.
little bloodbags. They always like it when I show off, though.
That's a problem with your followers, not you. Don't go disqualifying the positive things about yourself just because they don't see them.
You're very kind, Manling. If you
Oh.
are one of my followers,
She's so
they might
kind.
even let you live.
A very kind gesture, miss.
I can't help but think, though, I should make my little sheep happy. After all, they are willing to die for me.
Should,
You say
obviously.
you should keep your followers happy. Do you like it when they're happy?
Just because I kill my blood bags doesn't mean I wish to be cruel.
That's crazy.
After all, they're so cute when they die with smiles on their precious little faces.
Oh,
I'm glad to hear that, but here's the thing. When you say you should make them happy, you turn it into a responsibility. If you got 100 million people you should please, that's pressure you don't need. Get what I'm saying?
You are too sweet, little mouse. Like a sugar mouse.
Heck, they already did. How do you think I turned into a vampire?
You make me seem very silly for worrying so much about my blood bags.
oh,
Not a very good vampire, am I?
Well, what's a good vampire supposed to do?
My blood father used to tell me that we were supposed to be gods.
wow.
He told me that we would rule all humanity. I imagine he'd be ever so disappointed.
Well, blood parents are always complicated. They like continuing their legacies, but people ain't too good at being anything but themselves.
I wish someone would tell him that. He's a very bad listener.
Well, you should be proud of yourself for getting away from him. I know it ain't easy.
I need Maddie says. Who was the voice actress for Maddie?
I didn't leave him. The druid sealed him away long ago.
She has a really nice voice. I like it a lot too.
Slow our soul when he escapes. And there will be nothing we can do. Oh, it's gonna be ever so much blood.
Huh?
I think we can handle a vampire. There's a lot more of us now, and I bet the bastard ain't even heard of a gun.
True.
You don't understand. He's a wizard.
Oh.
The last I heard, wizards ain't bulletproof. Let's give ourselves a little credit.
Anything can die with a bullet.
I ain't gonna worry too much about this fella. Besides, if he is coming back to kill us all, we only got so much time to enjoy, right? These dang followers of yours have got you stuck at home, though.
Maybe that's why she has so many followers, because she has such a nice voice. She just calls them all little mice.
It's better this way.
Real.
It's not safe outside.
Well, why do you say that?
Out of spells, but never out of shells. Maybe out of mana, but I'm not out of options.
Because there are bad people out there. They've tried to burn me, touch me, enslave me. They are cruel and horrible.
They are.
I know you've been through some tough times.
That's
Minnie,
terrible.
And you got a hell of a lot of reasons to think people are all awful. But those experiences ain't the be-all and end-all. There's a lot of bad, a lot of good, and even more in between.
Maybe. But it's safer to assume that it's all bad. Mortals are very afraid, and when mortals are afraid, they are quite cruel.
True.
That's more of that all-or-nothing thinking. There's billions of people out there now, and more differences between each and every one of them than you'd expect.
But I don't need to endanger myself anymore. I have my sheep.
I'm sure we'll get to talking about them real soon.
We can talk about them now. They help me stay in my flat. If I stay in one place, I have power. Instead of them burning me, I can burn them. And touch them and enslave them.
Oh.
Careful, Samuel. Maria's assuming quite a lot.
It's the other one, damn it.
With all due respect, miss, you're playing with sunshine here. Life is always going to change. That's the one thing we can be sure of. Your retreating from society is only going to make it harder to face the changes ahead.
Such as when the machines arrived.
The machines.
What machines are you talking about?
The ones in the factories. The ones who made me leave the bog.
Aw.
Did not like that very much. Not at all.
Oh, look, I didn't want to upset you.
Aw, she's a bog
You're here to
lady.
handle the world a little better, and that means being honest about what might happen. That makes sense?
Yes. The machines keep getting stronger. I should be ready for them.
What?
All right. Well, let's keep talking.
Alright. Anyway.
They used to call me Calich Namona, the Witch of the Bogs. I like it that way. I like it when they think I'm a monster.
That's a pretty cool name, though, I'm not gonna lie.
Get that there's safety in people
That's a
thinking
pretty,
you're some
it's a
kind
pretty
of
sick
monster.
name. Hmm. Hmm.
But what I can't abide is you calling yourself one. Names
Other people can call you monsters,
You know
but
what they
not
used to call me?
yourself. You're better than that.
Fuzzy McWhiskers. Scaly Tail Sam. Ooh, Scurrying Sam.
They called me Slaughterin' Sam. And as you might imagine, I didn't earn many friends with that name.
That's not very cute at all.
No, it ain't. I didn't feel cute neither. I felt like an evil bastard. And that ain't a good feeling.
I didn't say I liked being a monster.
Aw.
makes me feel safe.
Then let's find a way to help you feel safe without calling yourself a monster then, huh? But keep going.
If I want to be safe, I should show them what a monster I really am from the safety of my lair.
Well, why should you show them what a monster you are?
So that they'll know.
And is that the only way people will stay away?
It's the way I know. I used to put severed heads outside my cottage, but the policemen don't like that very much.
That's kind of crazy.
What if I said you should protect yourself by putting severed heads outside your place again?
I'd say you should learn otherwise. The police can be very mean.
That's what I mean. Should doesn't allow a lot of wiggle room. It might seem like it's just words, but them words can lock us up tighter in a bank vault. But let's keep talking.
Living alone is the life I know, anyway. Well, I've known for millennia. I can't survive in society now.
Damn it!
Ancient vampires are very few. I can tell you with some certainty that your client is very good at hiding her true capabilities.
Living alone is the life I know, anyway. Well, I've known for...
You know, you're what, some 1,800 years old? You're older than any government. Hell, you basically won the internet, and I can barely open up my email program. You're way more capable than...
I suppose that's true. But I'm not very good with real-life people.
The IRLs.
Unless I'm eating them.
You're still disqualifying the positive by canceling out all them skills you got. You can use all that modern lingo I've barely even heard of. You dab fam?
What?
That was ages ago.
Not the you dab fam.
See what I'm saying?
You are very clever, sweetling. It is easy to forget how small and weak mortals are. But the world is a big place full of things that might try to hurt me.
Well, before you face the world, why don't we start with your neighborhood? Let's start slow. Take a walk around your block, 15 minutes a day. Just spend a little time outside looking at the moon.
I suppose if anyone tries to hurt me, I should be able... Very well, strange cowboy man. If anyone does kill me, I'll simply become a ghost. Then I can whisk myself up your bottom with a little ghost needle and poke at your guts.
What?
I don't think it'll come to that.
What did you just say to me? That's insane.
We'll talk again in a month.
Very well. I suppose my followers outside must be eager to carry my coffin home. I promised I would eat them when we got there, so shouldn't keep them waiting. Farewell then, little mouse.
Hooey!
She was insane.
Well done, my
Hooey!
friend. You seem a little out of sorts. Are you quite all right?
She was something else.
Like so many of our kind, she simply struggles to adjust to a constantly changing world. I think you will be of great help to her. She clearly likes you.
That's what I'm afraid of.
You are under my protection while you are here, Samuel. I guarantee no ghosts will travel up your posterior. You have done excellent work tonight. Please, relax downstairs. Summer will be here before we know it, and the nights shall become short once again. Rest in peace, my friend.
Haha, Zero. Please, you're tickling me. With your wet nose. Relax, bud.
Tarnation. I'm glad the kids here aren't glued to their little TVs.
Cowboybloodsucker at vmail.com. Oh, wow. Okay. So, talks on more since they're all the same. Oh, wow. My journal. Oh. How cute. Wait, what about my notes on all my other patients? Oh, there they are. Champion gaslighter. Real. I just feel so insecure. Okay. Oh, family stuff. Okay. Used to be a devout Catholic. Okay. Real. All right. That's so cute. Okay.
I wonder why that is. I'll bet Crimson knows.
Hey, Crimson.
Giddy up, little doggy.
I ain't heard that one in a while.
Truth is, I'm running out of cowboy terms.
Real. She looked him up.
How about a kind ear for my troubles?
You got a real old school way of seeing bartenders. But in this case, you're right. I am a good listener. Lay it on me.
I got this new client. Makes me feel old.
250-year-old man feels old, huh?
Yeah. But seriously, I thought I understood people, but she's from another time, like. I've been around a long time, and I ain't seen nothing quite like this internet. But my client lives there.
And you think you can't help her because you don't understand the internet?
Not sure.
I remember when the first steam locomotive showed up, and we thought, that's it. We've invented everything.
Really?
Laugh all you like. Point is, I'm getting old faster than I ever have before.
Dude, their soundtrack? Bangers.
Here's the thing, cowboy. Nobody understands the internet. I don't feel old yet, though. Still just glad to be alive, thanks to Andy's blood.
Oh, yeah?
I know you've been curious about why I've been drinking vampire blood. You don't have to pretend. I've got a rare blood cancer. Andy's blood is what's keeping me alive.
Aw.
Oh, I'm real sorry.
I didn't say I was dying. I said I had cancer. Stop making that face. I'm just glad I found Andy. Don't think I was quite ready to die.
I, for one, am glad you're sticking around, Crimson.
You doing, bud?
Well, thank you kindly. So what'll it be, Sam? You ain't gonna dance?
No, I ain't
Let's
gonna dance.
Let's dance.
You
guys
owe
know
me
that
my
audio?
story one day, cowboy. Here, have a little something I whipped up for Andy.
Aw.
Herbal blood tea.
No garlic, right?
No garlic.
Mighty kind of you. Maybe I'll take a nightcap. You have yourself a fine night, Crimson.
Adios, muchacho.
I think that's my last client for a while. My caseload's big enough. I'm starting to get overwhelmed.
Okay, so we have a total of 4 clients.
Maybe something from one of my books will inspire me. But then again, I could watch cartoons instead.
We read a book. Let's watch a cartoon this time.
I used to have a crush on Betty Boop, and I ain't ashamed.
Real. Okay. Little old Betty Boop. Are we gonna see it? Oh, it's just the song? Oh, it is playing. It's supposed to be a massive coffin. I thought it was just a cartoon. Why is this a real person? Or are they drawing Betty? Oh, they are. Okay. My fault, my fault. Huh.
Good night, Betty.
Good night, Uncle Max.
Ooh, I don't like that. I don't like clowns. I'm scared. I'm frightened. Does he have a cavity? Oh, he does. Me too. Hmm. Oh, she jumped out. Oh, she does talk. Is it like the whole episode? Wow, she's really good at drawing. You go down? Go down. Go ahead. Go down. There you go. I'm full of his hair. I know it's not related, but this, I think Cuphead is on my, it should be on my games to play. I don't have it, but I should add it on my wish list. Oh my gosh, she's killing him! Actually, the whole episode. That's kind of crazy. Oh, I could stop?
They don't make them like they used to.
Wow, you really could have watched the whole thing.
I think that's enough action for one night. Time I got me some shut-eye.
That's kind of
Good night,
crazy.
son.
A fine evening to you, Samuel. How are you feeling tonight?
Not bad, not bad. A little overwhelmed, but I guess I kind of have a lot going on these days.
Indeed you do. The mind is an easy place to get lost in, is it not?
You ain't kidding. Keeping all them cognitive distortions.
We are not machines, Samuel. I believe you. There is a term the mortals use these days. Multitasking. It's a kind of meta-control fallacy. Even we must handle thoughts one at a time.
I guess. I just hope I can concentrate on my own therapy with all this stuff bouncing around.
I do not expect you to be an exception to the rule, my dear fellow. Let us see whether I would like to introduce you to a ritual I have learned.
Oh, meditation?
This some kind of ancient vampire secret? Something the old ones gave you that's been lost to time? Something mortals could never imagine?
No, it's just meditation.
Okay.
That does not make the technique any less valuable. Now then, close your eyes. I will guide you through this process. Think of a place that brings you comfort.
I'd have to say the woods.
Then imagine the woods and let your thoughts come to you. When you try to focus on your thoughts,
I kind of miss farting.
difficult to catch.
Wait, what?
What you must do is simply breathe. Feel, simply concentrate on your thoughts for a moment.
Wonder
and
what's
they
on
will clear.
Batflix. Andy sure is a tall glass of water. That he
When
is.
they become elusive once more, simply let your breath go. I shall let you begin.
I ain't cut out for this therapy thing. Andy sure is a tall glass of water. I miss my princess. I kinda miss farting. Focus, Sam, focus.
In, out. Ooh, he has to focus.
He's got a pretty mane.
Is he saying that to himself? Oh, am I supposed to acknowledge it?
Wonder what's on Batflix.
Oh, I didn't realize that that's what.
Should I hook up with Reinhardt?
Wait, what?
I'm so bad at meditating. I like blood from San Antonio, not New York City. Relax. Ain't no vampire hunters here.
What the?
Who's my favorite horse? Is it you?
Oh my god, wait, there's so many. What? Is it this one? Hey, Juicebox, how are you? We're just doing some vampire therapy. The voices. The voices. Hi, Burrito Tango. What the fuck?
How are you feeling now?
The voices. They're all talking to me.
Yeah, all right.
What are you guys doing on
Fine,
this
really.
fine Sunday?
All them thoughts just feel like thoughts.
What sorts of things came up for you?
Well, I thought about my clients. I thought about all them cognitive distortions.
We're this
My horse
cowboy,
came up a lot.
vampire
Your
therapist.
horse?
Yeah, Princess. She was my horse back when I was alive. I
Aww.
still think about her every day. I can't really stop.
I understand. I have bonded with many horses in my own life, but it sounds as though the loss of
Except in.
Princess was
Did you just wake
particularly
up? Oh
fraught.
boy. This
Yeah.
late.
Would you like to start there?
Not sure I'd like it, but seeing as it's come up, maybe we should talk about what happened to her. I mentioned them before. The Mystic
got a speed
Bastards was
clean.
their name.
Best
They
of
were the
luck,
gang to join
soldier.
If you had nothing to lose, and I had nothing to lose.
That sounds like some news for
After we get to the next checkpoint, I'm probably gonna stop for today. We have to go
I
somewhere.
can see that now.
But we made a lot of
Turned out
progress.
I
I've
still
learned a
did
lot
have something to lose.
about these
They took
different
that from me to prove my loyalty.
cognitive distortions.
They took my princess.
Hi Tongwa, how are you?
Killed her in cold
Woke up
blood
at noon 30.
and made me watch the whole thing. They made sure she saw me too.
Why'd they kill his horse in front of him? That's terrible.
I'm so sorry.
I just stood there, watching her dying, with them big eyes looking at me like she knew I betrayed her.
His
They knew what it would
horse?
take to break me, and it's my fault for letting them do it.
It's not your fault. That's so sad. Helen Keller's Fight Club. Thank you for following.
But
I'm Cabbage. Nice to meet
these
you.
Mystic bastards. It sounds as though
The
these
horse is
loyal tests were a
crazy.
cruel, mechanical part of their indoctrination process.
They do that.
These are the actions of a cult. They had no special care for you or your princess.
Well, it sure as shit worked. They knew where to hit me, and it's my fault for letting it happen.
Aww.
What they did, Samuel, had little to do with you personally. You were vulnerable, and they took advantage.
Classic cult.
This is what cults do. But Samuel, you are exhibiting a cognitive distortion known as personalization.
More?
You are attributing
Which one did they
the
take
Mystic
out?
Bastard's
Oh.
actions entirely
Okay, they
to
took out the
your
other one.
supposed failings. While it is natural to grieve for your horse,
The one that I always get
holding
mixed up
yourself
with.
solely responsible is
Control
neither fair
fallacy.
nor accurate.
Hold on a sec, my head's hurting. I can't hold on to all them distortions all the time. Ain't personalization a lot like a control fallacy?
An astute observation.
Ah,
Samuel.
I see.
Personalizations are often a form of control fallacy.
I knew
While
it.
control fallacies often manifest as a belief that you have
She
more
can diagnose
control
me.
over external events,
Hello,
that is
Alexa
actually
Play
the
Mozart.
case.
How are you? Thank you for
Personalization
following.
is
This
a
guy?
specific tendency to
I
believe
know.
that
Look
external
at this
events
man. He
are
looks so
reactions from
good.
you.
He's a big, rich, old vampire. Like, come on. Come on. We are this cowboy man. Vampire man. He is a baddie.
But let us leave control fallacies out of the picture.
His
for
voice,
now.
so good.
You are correct that keeping all distortions in mind at once is unrealistic. I would not interrupt your thoughts if I did not think personalization important. You are shouldering the blame for Princess's death. I can see that.
Well, if it ain't my fault, who else's is it?
The cult's fault.
The Mystic Bastards, of course. Let me
They
put
killed your
this on
horse.
record. I will
Aww.
make a series of statements, and you help me identify the personalization.
Okay, we're learning.
distortion.
We are learning.
I overslept in my coffin because I forgot to set my alarm.
Well, he just forgot, so I don't know. Not
I
that
bit
one.
Crimson's neck last night and missed the vein because I was distracted. It was entirely my fault.
Okay, yeah.
Batflix raised my subscription price again because they knew I would pay no matter what.
Okay, probably not that one.
Well, that's the personalization.
Yeah.
Badflix has no earthly clue who
The
you
Badflix
are.
is
They
cute.
just raise their subscription prices anyway.
Thank you for the lurk. I appreciate it. And while you are here, and for those who don't know, please follow Mr. Flawless Juicebox. Fun guy. He plays Sonic. He's about to tend to his little
Just as your gang planned to
cows,
isolate
chaos,
members from their
little chow
former
chows.
lives. Do you see the connection?
Cool guy. Plays a lot of Stardew Valley too, and other games. Very, very cool variety
I
streamer.
guess so. I was just too stupid to see it at the time.
Ah, calling yourself stupid is what distortion?
Labeling. I'm sorry, Andy.
Yeah, it's labeling. But I should have known anyway. I knew that crew was bad news. I just thought I was bad news
Aw.
too.
You should have known. That's another distortion of reality, Samuel.
All right, fine. Should statement, whatever.
Look at this
So what the
man.
hell am I
He's so
supposed to do,
good.
Andy? Say nothing's ever my fault and I don't gotta know nothing? I was responsible for getting that beautiful horse killed.
Too kind. Wait, I love that little emote.
She
No,
trusted
you.
me, and if I'd been someone else, she wouldn't have had to die in that awful way.
I am not asking you to lie to yourself. Far from it. And I am not suggesting that you absolve yourself of all responsibility. But what would you say if a friend came to you with the same story? Would you tell them what they should have done? Would you call them stupid?
You
You
stupid
said
bastard.
yourself that you joined your gang because they were the gang to join if you had nothing to lose. I do not think this is a circumstance most people choose.
Yeah, I suppose.
Remember, Samuel, we are trying to reframe our thinking by clarifying these distortions. I know it may feel as though I am picking on you, but I am not. Let us forget
You could
what
never,
should
Andy.
have done to make room for a different distortion. You are drawing a direct link from an emotion to the
We're learning
guilty
another
force.
one.
This is a distortion called emotional reasoning. I understand the guilt you feel, Samuel, but your guilt does not act on its own. This terrible thing, it did happen. And some choices you made undoubtedly created the circumstances for it to occur. You are not blameless, but let us restrict your blame to what you have actually done.
I'm sorry. I get awful worked up when talking about my princess. You should have seen her,
Aw,
Andy.
he loved his
She had
horse.
these eyes. She looked right into my tainted soul and still loved me.
I understand, Samuel. We feel tremendous guilt when we fail an animal. When we look at reality, it is not to dismiss our burdens, but to process them fairly. I would like you to understand emotional reasoning so you can see how emotions color our thoughts.
Okay, let's figure it out. Which one is emotional?
Anxious. Perhaps it is the garlic naan I smell from the Indian restaurant next door.
Probably not that.
The mood in my club is somber tonight. I am sure it is a reflection of my own dark mood.
Probably that.
That's the emotional reasoning right there. I don't think them folk in the club know too much about how you're feeling.
Exactly.
Let's go.
Our emotions can feel all-encompassing, and that is purely biological. We are animals, Samuel. There is a small cluster of brain tissue at the base of the cranium that tells us
a
we
little
are safe
fight or
or
flight?
that we are about to die. The complexity of our existence is at odds with our biology.
You're learning!
but
Yes!
the logic to
Good!
recognize it.
Dude, I'm also learning. Suzuka, thank you for following. I appreciate it. I'm Cabbage. Nice to meet you. Yeah, I am learning a lot.
Well, if reincarnation's a thing, I think I'd rather come back as a horse.
It is indeed a boon and a curse to have human complexity of thought.
No kidding. If I were a horse, I'd know better than to join any cowboy gang, let alone the Mystic Bastards. I'd be happy with a bag of oats and a field to run around in.
We're learning. We are self-diagnosing.
How did you end up with the Mystic Bastards in the first place?
Well, like I said, I didn't have much choice. Nobody would have taken me in at that point, except a hangman, maybe.
Oh.
I wasn't a vampire yet, so hanging didn't sound too appealing. The last job I did got my brother killed. And after that, my wife left with my daughter and I never saw him again.
Oh my god.
Can't say I blame her.
This poor cowboy.
I didn't have nobody. Ain't no surprise that a vampire gang would be the only people to take me in.
Aha, so that is how you turned.
Yes, sir. It wasn't pleasant. Not the candlelight and writhing bodies sort of affair you see in mortal vampire stories.
That is terrible, Samuel. The turning is never easy.
That is awful. I am so sorry about that.
That job that got my brother killed, we partnered up with one of them Mystic Bastards for it. He
Mm.
knew where to find me.
And he knew you were vulnerable and that you had no place to go.
He preyed on you.
I've thought about that. Were they setting me up all along? Maybe. But whether they were or not, I really didn't have any place to go. I know when them wanted dead or alive posters go up, folk find dead easier and more fun. People saw me as outlaw scum when I was a kid, and there was no way they were going to be kinder knowing I was in a gang.
You know this for a fact. You are certain that no one would have any pity on you at all. That your only recourse was to join your gang.
I guess I don't actually know that no one but the bastards would have taken me in. Sounds like a cognitive.
Are we learning something
distortion,
else?
I think you see the patterns now. It may seem like pedantry, and perhaps it is, but pedantry is the search for ultimate truth.
huh? Spoken like a true pedant.
It comes with being terrifyingly old.
What a cool laugh. Everything about this man is just so cool.
You discovered the cognitive distortion before I could point it out to you. It is a cognitive distortion similar to Nosferatu thinking, so let us put that particular distortion out of our minds for now. Yes, things were grim for you, but your experiences caused you to assume that there were none who would favor you with a kind eye. You were exhibiting the cognitive distortion of overgeneralization, the idea that no mortal could accept you.
Oh no, he's hot. He is. Squidward would be quivering. All of his tentacles, all of his tennis balls.
This clouded truth made you vulnerable to the Mystic Bastard's approach.
Dude, he's so cool.
Damn. Maybe you went wrong, huh? I should have joined the Foreign Legion or something. Dang it, should statement.
Your mind is not a cognitive distortion shooting gallery, Samuel. Cut yourself some slack. All we seek is recognition of our distortions, not perfection and not punishment. Let us test your ability to recognize overgeneralization. Then I believe we will have covered enough for tonight. Allow me
Wow, we learned so many things. Okay.
Elder vampires are insufferable. They all think they know everything.
Shoot, what was overgeneralization? I already forgot what it
It
was.
seems to me that being a werewolf is pretty rough.
Not bad.
Vampires from Transylvania all have funny accents. I want to suck your blood. Who talks like this?
Is it that?
Hmm,
It
seems
is.
like an overgeneralization,
Got it.
Andy. I ain't sure any of them ever sounded like that. Pretty sure they all sound American these days anyway from watching bat flicks all the time.
Correct, Samuel. I apologize for the offensive accent.
I'm sorry.
I don't believe you have found all my overgeneralizations yet. The
Oh, there's
elder
more?
Vampires are insufferable. They all think they know everything.
That one then.
Wait, ain't you an elder vampire? You don't seem like much of a know-it-all.
That's right, Samuel. Though, in all honesty, I
Aw.
used to be quite insufferable myself. I aspire to be more patient these days. Let me continue. Well done, Samuel. Your ability to identify cognitive
Let's go!
distortions continues to
He's
impress.
impressed.
But let us bring things back to you. I do not ask you to absolve yourself of the things you have done. You did not have the tools to be mindful of the thought patterns that made you vulnerable to the mystic bastards. I have seen mindfulness take root in you, though, Samuel. I hope this session has been helpful to you.
It has. We learned so much.
Yeah, I'm still sad. And still regretful about Princess. I think
Aw.
I'll always be. My not being mindful is what killed her. Every time I think about it, I just know I'm a terrible person who messes everything up.
It does. Then please tell me what cognitive distortion you just exemplified. Was it emotional reasoning,
Oh, shit.
overgeneralization, or personalization?
Is it a trick question? Was it all of them?
I guess it...
Masterful deductions.
Let's go.
Your
It's
sense
always all of the
self-awareness is
above.
Most impressive. Remember, cognitive distortions are not a cudgel to beat yourself with.
Cudgel. What is that? What is a cudgel? Is that a weapon?
Yeah, I was gonna ask about that. If we're spouting cognitive distortions all the time, ain't my clients gonna be mad at my constantly interrupting them?
You continue to impress. Yes, we cannot bully our clients with distortions. Thus, I find it is best to clear our minds and focus on a few during each session. Keeping endless distortions in mind is not easy for a therapist either, after all.
I see. That makes
I
sense.
think we have done excellent work tonight, and I'm certain you've built up a thirst. I know this evening was emotionally intense.
Don't drink blood. Just go straight to scotch. You're fine.
Drinking booze ain't exactly compatible with our biology, Andy.
By Scotch, I mean Scottish blood.
Oh,
It's iron
real.
rich and quite delicious.
Never
I
mind.
aged it in whiskey barrels.
Ah.
That sounds pretty nice. I might just do that and call it an early night.
As you wish, Samuel. Rest well, and do not lasso yourself so tightly, as you say.
Aw.
Deserving of love, especially from yourself.
That is so wholesome.
I'm just gonna leave before I get more
He
embarrassed.
said, please, stop. You're making me blush.
Very well, Samuel. Rest in peace, my friend.
Aw, that was wholesome. We gotta talk to Crimson now? We go back to the bar? Oh.
Samuel, greetings. You were seeing Dr. Drain again
Okay,
tonight,
I
yes?
think this is where I'm going to end it for tonight. For this afternoon. Sorry, I'm just so used to streaming at night. But this was fun. I liked it. Self-Care Sunday was fun. Yeah. I don't know if I'll stream tomorrow. Maybe not. Definitely just we'll be going back to Elden Ring on Tuesday and Thursday. I'm going to be at a convention this weekend, so I don't know if I will have time to stream on Sunday. I would like to continue this like self-care Sunday thing though. I think it's very fun and nice, and we get to like talk as well. Either about this or about anything else. So it's a fun little like just chatting, talking. We are learning together. Yeah, literally, we learned so much. I learned so much. And it's like nice and beneficial, and I think that's really sweet and really cool. Yippee! Shout out to the devs for this game and for giving me the key. Very sweet of them. Or to their PR team. Thank you so much. I really like this game actually. It's really cool. For those that are here, I'm also hosting a giveaway on my Instagram for like a custom 3D printed Doom Guy helmet if you're interested in that, or if you know like a gamer who would be interested in it, you know, it'd make a really cool gift and all that fun stuff. I'm gonna plug my Discord where you have all of my updates and can talk to the community and me and all that fun stuff. Let's see. Who can we raid? Really? Thanks for being here, Tree. It was fun. I really like this game. Let's see. We have someone playing Valorant, Just Dance, Overwatch 2, Minecraft, Call of Duty. So many options. Let's raid Miss Audrey. She's playing Overwatch. She's super sweet, a really sweet VTuber. We've been friends for a bit. She plays a lot of FPS games. And she also plays a lot of Final Fantasy too. Not two. One of the many. Like 14 or something. I know there's a lot of Final Fantasy games. But please go spread some cabbage love. And I will see you when I see you guys. Bye! Have a good weekend!